Hi, everybody. Welcome back. Um, Let everybody get on, because if it don't come up on the TV yet, that means that a lot of people aren't on it. So let's get everybody get on.
Might have to refresh the TV.
It's coming. Oh, excuse me. Sorry, I didn't think I was that tired. Oh, Mom, Prairie Farms milk. They've got vanilla flavored milk. Did you see that? Okay.
No, right?
Welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm gonna take a sip of my first sip of coffee with y'all. I want to. Oh, this little crooked could be a little bit more towards you, baby. Sorry. You said you were clear, but your right arm's cut off. You okay?
Yeah, I'm alright.
Okay.
I'll just have to lean over and be on the dog. Who is so busy with this.
She won't mind. She won't mind at all. So good morning. First of all, I have a band-aid on my ear. Just want to let you know. This last chemotherapy where my earrings were, I had to take them out, and then it created a sore over here that was aggravated by this earring. And so I'm just keeping it covered till it heals, so then I can just let the earring flow free.
Aww.
Over said hello.
What?
Amy, Jan.
What was the big about?
Crafty just drove through Rolla the other day.
Oh, I thought I felt good vibes. I'm sorry, Mom. Go ahead.
Amy, Janice, W. Set X living. My mouth is not working. Set X living.
Set X living. Okay. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning.
Hello.
First off, I'd like to start off by apologizing for last week, and my emotions got away with me. I know that I have been harassed and bullied since I was a little girl because I was always not wealthy in a wealthy neighborhood, and I was not thin in a thin lifestyle people. To put a few things on it. And now that I know that it's ADHD and not just that I didn't want to, that I didn't always clean myself properly as a preteen. So basically, I was dirty, but whatever, dirty, fat, poor, whatever, you name it, they called it to me. Now, when I was growing up, the hummingbird's requesting some food, please, thank you.
Yes.
That's
why it's all
when I was growing up, my family's love language was to pick on each other. So that was how we talked to each other. It was one of the things that I often felt I was very comfortable with until I met my husband. When my husband met a family member who's like the pinnacle, the OG teaser and comedy person. And when we left, I just really met him a few months into the relationship. When we left, he goes, "Why is she so mean?" And I was like, "What?" And he goes, "She's so mean to everybody." And I was like, "Wow, this isn't normal. It's not normal to pick on your friends and family and loved ones. But that's how we did it growing up. And I could go on and on about telling you all the things that my brothers and sisters used to say to me, but I won't. So I grew up in a place where I just had a very thick skin because it went up until my way through my teens, until I was about 18, and my brother said something to me that basically turned it all around. And then it became like a guard. You guarded against the people. You had to feel their vibe. That's how I became a little bit more empathic to people's true natures, their hearts and stuff. So, you're right. That's okay. So, I could tell when somebody was, most of the time, I could tell when somebody was taking a jab at me as opposed to like paying me a compliment. A lot of times it would be like we go out in the club and guys would take jabs at me, and then they'd see me on the dance floor, and then it would switch roles, type of thing. So, anyhow, last week was just, I knew that there was all of this bullying happening on the internet. And I knew about, sorry, sweetheart, and I knew about it. It's been going on for years. It's gotten worse over the last couple of years, which is kind of very, very sad because it's my illness that has made people bully me more, which is kind of really, excuse the language, but I'm going to use bad language in this video. It's kind of fucked up because I understand that you don't believe my diagnosis or whatever, and that's fine. That's between you and your God, but to basically like ridicule me for it and make fun of the things that are wrong with my life now, it's really kind of fucked up, you know? That being said, when I realized that you dragged my mother-in-law, my sweet, pure-hearted mother-in-law, into this nonsense, and probably she was susceptible to it because she was off her medication for a while, and you guys filled her heads with things that you believe about me and made it like she believes it about me, and that's where it just broke my heart because she is a pure-hearted soul who would never do that otherwise. So I know it was influence. So, that being said, I would like to make an announcement that this is my very last public coffee chat on this channel. This is my very last public video on this channel. I'm going to go private. My email address is in the description box down below, but listen, write it down right now. It's mrsgarthb2@gmail.com. It's MRSGARTHB2@gmail.com. If you would like to be included in the videos from here day forward, go ahead and send me an email and put in a request for link, and then from now on, we're going to make the videos unpublished, and you'll just only be able to get to it through a link. Because then what it's going to do, it's going to enable me to figure out if my videos are getting out there public, then that somebody is untrustworthy and will not get a link in the future. And that's how it is. I'm not going to block anybody if it's out there, but you're not going to be able to comment when if you're not invited, basically. Let's put it that way. It's not going to be public fodder for the masses anymore. I don't need it. I don't give a fuck if you don't believe me. And I'm sorry if you're delicate to language. I'm sorry, Mom, because Mom's delicate to language. I don't give a fuck if you don't believe me. This is the rest of my life I have to deal with, and I'm not dealing with all this bullshit for the rest of my life. There's toxicity. There's evil. It's vile. There's a reason that evil and vile have the same letters. I'm just saying. I know Liv does too, but it's evil and it's vile, and I'm not doing this for the rest of my life. I would love to continue to share with those of you who care. I know that so many of you care because you'd reach out to me. There's Marnie and Jesse and Nellie and Margarita and Sylvia, and some of you I text on a regular basis. I regularly text with Mona. I regularly text with, the list goes on and on. However, it's going to stop because I can't. I've told you in the past, whether or not you believe me, I don't have the energy to put up with my husband's difficulties anymore because I don't have the capabilities in me. I don't have the energy. So I definitely don't have the energy to put up with your crap. Those of you who spew crap, obviously it doesn't go out to everybody. It's just the crap spewers. Okay? I know that that's so much entertainment, like my fallibilities is just entertainment for the world, or a few select assholes out there, and I'm sorry, but you're assholes. Making fun of someone else, that makes you an asshole. Makes you a bully, an asshole, and a vile human being. It just does. I know you think when I point out the intellectual disabilities of my husband to explain a situation, you think I'm bullying him or calling him out or saying he's less than. It's not. It's me telling you why the situation is the way the situation is, and why I have to be more delicate with my husband than other people are with their husbands.
Oh, boy.
Don't. I'm talking, okay? I know. Just hold it in for a second, please. That's not bullying. When I mentioned my mother-in-law's diagnosis, she told me about it. I didn't just come up with the diagnosis in my head. She told me she was getting treated for it years ago. When she told me about it, if I pointed out to you because of something that we see that I'm concerned about or whatever, it's not me calling her out. It's not me putting her on blast. It's not me saying anything negative about it. It is just me explaining whatever it is. If you want to take it out of context and use it for your bullshit fucking videos, go for it. But from now on, they won't be public. So you have to go back to all the archives from years and years ago, and you're going to have to see and make up some shit from them. Okay? Now, as far as the money goes, I'm not really making money on YouTube. Making a little. It's barely enough to keep my phone charged, for criminy's sake. So pay for the internet, which is part of what you can write off for whatever. It doesn't even really pay for the internet, but you know what I'm saying. I don't care that I'm going to lose money on this channel. If you're a supporter of mine, there's plenty of ways to support the channel. Go watch old videos, go watch old vlogs, go watch old hauls, whatever it is. If you're not a supporter, I don't care that you watch. I don't care that you're not giving me revenue. I really don't. You're going to stay out of my brain. You're going to stay out of her brain and out of his brain. Okay? And it's all I need. That's all I need. All I need is to be kind, decent human beings. That's it. That's all I ever asked of anybody. That's all I've ever tried to be, and that's all I've ever asked of everybody. We're talking about people who do not know us. A few minutes of video a week, a few phone calls, a few text messages, a few exchanges over direct messages or emails or any of those things does not let you know who we are. And it definitely doesn't introduce the dynamic of our family. Because the way we are on camera is not how we are with each other in regular life. Okay? My husband is not this well behaved around me all the time. Just saying. Okay? And I don't get to speak this much to my husband the whole rest of the week that I do on this 2 hours that we're on this video. Okay? And that's now. And that's not even what it was for the last 20 years. That's just now. For you to presume to know everything that's going on in my life and make up your own narrative bullshit stories. I just hope when you finally get to meet your maker, he understands where it's coming from, your broken heart. Okay? That's all I have to say. Because I don't wish anybody ill will. Okay? That being said, I think Jim has something to say. What were you going to say?
Well, as you're talking, I'm reading a lot of these.
Oh, no. I thought you had something to say beforehand of your own.
I do.
Oh.
I do.
Okay. Can you say what you say first, and then we'll deal with the messages, okay?
A lot of these people who are trying to say that they're not.
James, do you have something to say of your own before we get into the messages? That's all I'm asking you.
I'm not happy with a lot of things going on with the internet.
Okay, okay. That's what I'm asking you.
I'm on the internet more than you are, and after watching the last 2 days worth of, not even really watching, more like skimming, I can say a lot of things that are being said.
2 days worth of what? I'm sorry, you never finished 2 days watching the last
videos.
Oh, okay.
It really bugs me how people will be trying to be nice and whatnot unless, they get triggered. And then they go onto their own channels or whatnot and basically rip you apart.
Oh, like they're two-faced.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's a lot of them.
Hypocrites.
I could probably remove half of them from today's video alone.
Okay, well, we won't be doing that anymore. I'll not let them see the videos, but I'm not going to be blocking anybody anymore.
Well,
they can go on old videos and they can comment all they want.
I think it would be better, my personal opinion, I think it'd be better just to block those who are being two-faced and deal with those who are trying to be nice.
Well, that's what is going to happen. They're not going to be able to see my videos anymore. Okay.
But I mean, I've already read through half of what was going on while you were talking, and
well, I knew it's 17 people waiting that they were waiting, they were waiting. Yeah, I knew that.
But it really bugs the crap out of me.
Okay.
And for those of you who are worrying about what I'm saying, that's none of your dang opinion because it's between me and Jerry.
What does that mean?
I can't hear Jim. Jim needs a mic.
Oh. No, I just tell them how you feel.
How I feel basically towards a lot of y'all and I can name names right now from just what I see on the screen. Y'all don't need to be here because if your whole purpose for being here is to be disruptive, um, be disruptive towards somebody else. There's a lot of people out there that need to be disrupted. We don't, and I can name other people who I think needs to be disrupted. Um, Now I did see on one of y'all's channel, and I can't remember who it was. Might have been Jersey Girl.
That doesn't make a difference. Go ahead. It really doesn't. Because that's just giving promotion to the person who's doing something.
Actually, this is a good promotion.
Oh, okay, then. Okay, Jersey Girl. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
She had a report on her channel where the same person who was sending us nastygrams and letters with basically urine all over it was found out and taken to prison. So I thank Jersey's Girl for basically putting her 2 cents in and getting the ball rolling to get to find out who this person was.
Yes, thank you.
So I thank her for that part, because that right there shows me that it's not just because it happened to her, but she stopped a cyber bully basically.
Oh, wow. Cool.
And the funny thing is that cyber bully lived 3 hours from that place in Pennsylvania, Jonestown or whatever it was, and
Johnstown. I don't remember.
somewhere in PA, 3 hours from the postal stamp mark. And she was basically she's a nurse. She's some kind of medical.
Not a big deal. You doxing people. I don't care. I don't like that stuff. It's okay. I'm glad she got caught. I'm trying to put the toxicity out of the video, and you're just putting more in. So
No, I'm not.
okay.
I'm trying not to.
You don't have to tell anything about her. Just that she went sent to prison. It's great.
Right.
That's great news.
But
let us know when the trial date is. We'll come and show and be witnesses. Go ahead.
Yeah. It's just some of you need to just find a better outlet for your negativity. So I'm really not happy about it, because we never went to you guys and were negative to you guys. We try to live out our lives the way we felt is for us. We didn't come on here to entertain everybody. We did not come on here for negativity. We did not. I mean, I don't think myself or Jerry ever started negativity. It's just not necessary. I mean, I don't know how people waste the time and energy to be negative to other people. To me, the negativity by other people is just because they have a sad, sorry, unhappy life. I know, I've been there, I've done it, I regretted it, and every time I tried to remove it, everybody was jumping on either me about removing it, or basically saying that Dre was reprogramming me, or I was drinking her Kool-Aid, or whatever. That never happened, right? I've always been a docile person. I've always had my heart on my sleeve. I've never really been that, well, I shouldn't say I've never been that negative, but come on, people. I mean, shit happens. Shit gets said. No reason to continue spreading it. And Mona, I am sorry that things got said or misunderstood in one of my vlogs. I never mentioned your name. I never mentioned your child's name. I don't know how or where or how people got to the conclusion I was speaking about you and your daughter. I wasn't. So please listen to me and what I say, and quit listening to other people who do not know my meanings or who I'm talking about. They're just guessing. Anyhow, back to Jerry.
Mom, do you have anything to say?
Not right now.
Um,
I'm surprised. You surprised me again. I'm a slow coach.
oh, okay, it's okay. Um, the the part about that, when I was even on my old channel and I would go on there like talking to my girlfriends, complaining about my husband. You know, you have friends, I hope, or family members or sisters or somebody you can talk to about your partner. You know, that's the thing with girlfriends. You're allowed to complain about your spouse and how he's on your nerves. And that's what Jim does with me, except Jim doesn't do it necessarily. Jim doesn't have a lot of experience with friends. And I know that that's not to say that he doesn't have friends, but he really doesn't have any close friends that he's learned how to, the finesse of how to speak ill about your spouse when you're complaining about them. Um, but that's something you learn. You know, you talk to your friends and you're like, oh, my husband does X, Y, and Z. And then your friends get surprised, like, she does X, Y, and Z. And I'm like, well, not really, you know, that bad. And that's how you learn how the tone that you talk to people with makes a huge difference. So when Jim would get on his channel and he'd complain about me and how he was feeling, if he was frustrated, which admittedly, after talking to each other, we know that it's a symptom of his ADHD not being treated and his anxiety disorder getting out of hand because of the untreated ADHD. And I'm not being a doctor, I'm not diagnosing, I'm just being his wife who's known him for the last 25 years, almost soon. Anyhow, that he can get really frustrated with things very, very easily. Like this morning, he was um, un what's the word, Mom, when you're not undeservedly. He was undeservedly like frustrated with the dog and everything she did. She's just happy to see him. She does jump and wag his tail and wants to play and did it. And she was getting on his nerves. And I said, you need to eat something. We wasn't sure what it was until his stomach went raw. I was like, go eat something because we're not starting this live stream with you and that stomach and that attitude. But that's just normal peopling. That's peopling, you know, like you get hangry. I didn't create the term. So many people have it. Excuse me. So many people get hangry that they created a term for it. So um, those types of things, like, am I going to get on here and be like, oh, Jim just doesn't take care of himself? It's not me complaining. It's me sharing my concerns. Jim doesn't really take care of himself like he needs to. And we've talked about the oxygen mask, and it's not just about having time for yourself. And I know you guys are really focused on him having time for himself and in his man cave and away from me. But the truth is, he needs to do care tasks. He needs to go for walks. He needs to do his physical therapy. He needs to.
We all do. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt
No,
you,
you're
we
fine.
all
You're
do.
fine.
We should all start walking somehow or other.
Right, but I'm just talking. They get very unconcerned about Jim and his time
I
alone
know.
that he needs.
Yeah.
So Jim just doesn't need time alone away from me because I know that's what your goal is. Jim needs to take care of himself. The putting on your oxygen mask is about taking care of yourself, not just having time alone. But that's part of it, but really it's about caring for himself. He wants to start eating better, drinking less soda, going for, you know, walks and doing his back hurts and he needs to do his physical therapy, you know, those types of things. The the thing that I'm noticing about myself is that mine isn't hangry, mine is pain. When I get into a lot of pain, I get really irritable to the point where I can't really. Um, if I talk to you, we're probably going to have it out or something because I'm that irritable. So I just play my games and pretend like I'm in paradise or whatever. Those types of things. Okay. Now there is a lot of really great things in our lives that we can just focus on instead. We can all focus on, first of all, we're all on this side of the grass. Just be grateful you're on this side of the grass. I'm happy. You know, if you believe in a higher power, know that the higher power loves you unconditionally. They taught me to love you unconditionally. I have conditions on my love. What I do have conditions on my treatment, though. My care, the way you treat me. That's what I meant. Not like my treatment, like medication. So I can love this man. I will love this man till I die unconditionally, but I will not allow him or tolerate him to like mistreat me or disrespect me or those types of things. That's not about love. That's about self-love. That's about how I feel about myself. Um, Now, I do realize that it's taken a lot of years for us to realize the part of the communication that is, now I have to say, I'm not saying this to be critical. I'm trying to, you know, answer your question, or trying to explain what, why you asked me what I was doing. I'm trying to explain where it's coming from, or those types of things. It's just not me being critical. But when you're used to constant criticism in your life, then you just think that everything that comes at you is criticism. And I don't mean from his parents, because his parents didn't know about his learning disability when they were both alive. Mom didn't learn about that until after.
Well, like
his
I
dad
said,
died.
the army doctors, we
Sure,
had
of
to take
course.
him to army doctors while we were in Germany.
Yeah.
We took him up to another place to army doctors.
Yeah.
He was gone for about 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Then they came back and said he was not dyslexic.
Yeah. So
I'm sorry.
yes, okay.
When he had his breakdown, when he was about 6 months after his father died.
Yeah.
And I put him in a behavioral institute, and they tested him, and the doctor put it to me that he is so dyslexic that phonics will not help him.
Yeah.
Every word is a piece of gobbledygook, and he has to learn each word, each piece of gobbledygook as to what it is and what it means.
Yes, and try to remember it, and
try to remember
yeah,
it.
exactly. Mm-hmm. So those types of things isn't me outing my husband or being disrespectful to my husband. First of all, when you point out somebody's disability, hopefully you don't find it to be disrespectful. A lot of times it's encouraging, because you say, look how far you've come despite your disability. And I know that can be a touchy way to say things these days, because people, we're learning more about how messages are received as opposed to how they're actually intended to be given. So those types of things, we're really trying to talk delicately to each other about stuff like that. But the fact that certain things are the way they are, it's just, you have to admit to a certain point that we all have limitations. And what are your limitations? And how far can you push past your limitations to get work done or whatever? This weekend was a really great seminar they had for triage cancer. It's a group that they have a website, triagecancer.org. I don't know, you'll find it. But they had a webinar conference this weekend, and it was really great information about everything from Social Security and the ADA and money and those types of things. And that's what this particular series was about. But they have lots of different webinars on their website that you can go back and look at if you're interested. But anyway, they had a really great one, and it was just so much information. It was really good to learn, to reiterate a lot of it, stuff I knew, and then stuff that I didn't know, stuff that has changed in the last 2 years since I applied for all of these things. So, is she tickling you?
No, she's grooming herself.
Oh, okay.
But I gotta watch what she's doing with her nails.
Oh, gotcha. No problem.
Like digging.
Did you need this? Is that what you got my hand for?
No.
Okay.
Oh, no.
So yeah, I just if you want to take this and go to the comments now, you can. If you have anything you want to address with anybody.
There have been a lot of pro and some con.
Sure, of course, I'm sure. Anything what I need to address them, Mom, or
okay,
as far as you know? Okay.
My cozy nest said, with Rebecca said, I'm thankful they have Jerry. Marie, I'm just starting at where Marie Adams said, hi, lovely lady. It's shocking how many sick and sad people needing professional help are on YouTube.
Yes.
You've got the right idea, though. Ignore all the needless and carry on being the lovely person you are.
Thank you,
Jan
Marie.
said, I'm pretty much done feeling bad for Jim, but Sally, I'm gravely concerned for.
Who was that?
Jan SW.
Oh, okay. What does that even mean? You're done being sorry for Jim, but Sally you're concerned for? You want to address that, Mom?
Do I want to address it?
Yeah.
Well,
Are you concerned for you?
Huh?
Are you concerned for you?
And in some ways, but not at this point enough to change our plans. Let's put it that way. Okay. I don't know how else to put it.
Okay.
Okay. I'm concerned that whenever the time may be that I go, that Jim, you both, whatever, are going to be in sad shape.
I don't think so.
Well,
I mean,
I know I have to leave it up to you to
sure.
to figure that one out because
no problem.
you know.
Yeah.
Okay.
But don't prevent that from you having a good day today just
Oh
because you're worried
no,
about the
no.
future. Yeah, of course.
Oh no.
Oh no.
It's not something that I sit and oh my God,
Oh
I'm
sure, yeah,
going.
of course.
No. But when I really, really think about the future,
Yeah.
I'm concerned for you both.
Oh, that's sweet. I don't even know that I'm not going to be there before you, so
Well,
that's another thing too.
this is a possibility also. We
You
just
know,
don't know that. Yeah.
you did have
Uh,
relatives that lived very close to 100.
yeah. Well. Yeah. I don't know. You know, I'm so stuck with the old ways that I don't. The new foods, the health foods, the keto and the carb and the whatever. Bleh. So I'm like I said, there are a lot of things that I'm still back in the last century for.
Well, that's okay. Though,
Um,
what the doctor said anyway was protein and calories.
Protein and calories.
And that's if we can try to get you insured at least once a day.
Yeah, I've got one in the fridge. I ordered some ice cream, those little
Oh, good, the
single
cups.
serve cups.
Okay, good.
So somebody did suggest shakes, and I'm going, oh, that's Jim's specialty.
Yes. And you've got creme de menthe too. Just throw a little vanilla ice cream in there.
I said somebody has suggested Ensure and ice cream shakes.
Yes.
For me.
Oh,
Like you make the protein ones for me.
Yeah.
But use regular ice cream for mom.
I know you're reading. I've done that myself.
So I don't know if you guys know this, but Jim takes a Premier protein shake or half of one and then some ice cream. And he makes like the Carb Smart ice cream, and he makes shakes for me. So what somebody had suggested was basically the same thing for mom, but using Ensure and regular ice cream, full sugar ice cream. And he was like, huh? But mom also has a not sugar free, a full sugar cream de mint by Da Vinci, I believe, right? Da Vinci makes it. Yeah.
Oh, I thought it was Tomei. Okay, I'm
Oh,
not
could
sure.
be. Oh, could be.
I haven't seen it for so long. It's been down
Yeah.
in the cabinet. And I also want to get some
Tarani.
Ghirardelli caramel.
Ooh, yum.
Because the last one I had kind of disappeared on me when I brought it out here.
Yeah. Got used.
Yeah. So there are things I have been putting on the shopping list that we make. Let's see, chips and cheese and
we have that,
peanut
right?
butter cheese crackers.
Yeah,
and
you got them.
I still have Susan Brown's candy. And pecan
Pinwheels,
swirls.
you have, right? You got them. Pinwheel. I called them pinwheels, but pecan swirls, yeah.
Yeah, that's what they actually are. So
she's out of her Twinkie phase right now. She's Twinkied out.
I thought about those last night.
Oh, you did?
I did.
Oh, are they going to be back in the swing of things?
They might be, because last night I was sitting in my room. I have goodies in my room.
Yeah.
And I was like, what do I want? Well, I had a pecan swirl.
Oh, by the way, she doesn't have goodies in her room, so we don't eat them. She has goodies in her room, so they're close to her body.
Yeah,
I just want to let you know. I just want to let you know.
That's the reason. I'm not hiding them. In fact, Jim, remind me, and I'll give you some of those peanut butter crackers because I don't eat them all that often. But,
well, those things have a shelf life that
that's good. That's good. With me, they wouldn't.
Lance has a good shelf.
We got them about a week ago, and I've eaten 2.
Oh,
out of one package.
Fine. Oh, one package. Okay.
2 out of 1 package. But anyway, yeah, I'm thinking. Like I said, I was sitting there last night, and I ate the pecan swirl and going, I want something else, but I really don't. The only thing I could think of was Twinkies, like snack cakes.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
Okay. So
and don't forget, if those ever go stale on you while you got the package open.
Yeah. Okay.
Miss Peanut Butter Cheese Cracker over here. Look, she heard peanut butter and sat up. She was like, peanut butter?
No, my cozy nest. No, the insurance for me, not Jerry.
Oh no, yeah.
Oh no, the
when mom makes Jim makes
Premier shakes.
Oh, gotcha.
Jerry used Premier shakes.
I use Premier shakes as a low carb, and he uses low carb ice cream. Well, Carb Smart ice cream by Breyers. For mom, it would be Ensure and regular ice cream. Aww.
She'll Hall asked if I'm going to be starting my own channel. Yes, when I get around to it.
Yes. We've got a few things, housekeeping kind of things, I guess you would call it, to do first. But yeah, I mean, that was actually one of the things we were just talking about. I was making not really talking about. Maybe my brain was talking about it. Well, I was doing my thumbnail. When I work on my phone, if Oreo's like ready for attention and I'm on my phone or my tablet, she lets me know it's time to put that stuff down, Mom. But like when I'm doing something for the channel, like I have to do it, I'm like, oh, it's work, But the other day I was doing something for Jim, and I was like, I'm doing daddy's work. I'm doing daddy's work. And she was like, put the tablet down. And I was like, Jim, can you just, I'm doing this for you. Can you please just pay attention to the dog? But that's what it was before. She was like, I was trying to do that thumbnail, and I was talking about, like, could somebody else learn how to do this? And then my brain went into thinking about how mom can do this, and it'd be easier on her tablet.
Have to learn.
Yeah, it's quite simple, Mom.
Virginia Slim asks, who or what keeps making that sizzling sound?
That's actually our water softener.
And it's not as loud as it was a while ago, I don't think. And I went, good Lord. Okay. Okay. There are, my cousin Ness said there are better protein shake options that are sugar-free or 1 gram of sugar.
Then Premier? Premier is one I can afford. That's what, if you're asking me, or you're talking about Mom. Mom needs the sugar.
I need the sugar.
Yeah.
Protein and calories. Protein and calories.
Right. That's what the doctor said. So as far as Premier shakes are concerned, there are other ones, but they're more, like, not as affordable. So I can get the Premier protein shakes. My sister has a Sam's Club account, and she'll get them from me, and she'll ship, like, the case, which is a lot cheaper than buying them in the 6-pack at the store. So that's why I turn towards them. They're easier to drink. Plus they're convenient, like size and everything. So there's sometimes, especially when I was on treatment, where I didn't want to have anything. Like, my stomach was like, no. So if I stick a straw in one of those, I can probably down it, the whole entire thing, in a few minutes. And this way I don't have to worry about it filling me up before it's all ingested. Anybody else? Well, if you guys are no more questions for right now, then I'll just continue to talk about what the future is going to hold for us here. We've been trying to find something to move and those types of things, and we've got a couple of irons in the fire, but nothing's lit just yet. We have the best real estate agent, and first day I met her, I said, I just want to let you know I'm on YouTube. She says, oh, it's really nice. I said, no, I'm letting you know I'm on YouTube. And if they find out who you are, and anybody calls and it's not her or him or with this phone number, it's like, then don't answer it. I was just like, or don't believe them. So I was just letting her know, like, of all the drama that could come to fruition.
Yeah.
But she is just an incredible human being, not just a great real estate agent. She's just, the way she works and everything is fantastic. But anyhow,
Nellie Hagen is here. A lot of people,
hi, Nellie.
A lot of people have come in. Mona's here.
Hi, Mona.
Yeah.
I think Sheila is here. I think I saw
Mona.
her.
I don't know what happened with. Okay, so I know that this is hard to believe, and if my outburst, well, not outburst, if my sadness last week is any indication, I really don't watch other people. Like, you guys don't believe me, I really don't watch other people's channels. If I'm asked to, like the one time that somebody was streaming live, or streaming live while Jim was streaming live, and somebody said to go over there, that was like a once in a whatever. I don't care. I don't care to hear whatever they have to say. And it's not because it's the truth and I'm afraid of the truth. I know that that's been a thing a long time. Oh, she's just afraid to hear the truth. It's not the truth. That's the thing. It's lies that you don't know, and you don't want to listen to the truth, and you don't want to believe the truth. And it's not about my truth and your truth. There's facts and there's fiction. And what I say is facts, and what you say is fiction. It's period. And if you want to go ahead and write a nice little fictional novel, you can do that. Put it out there for the whole world. I'm good with that. I'm fine. As long as you put it under the fiction category. All right. Anyway, that being said, I don't know what's going on. Like, Mom was surprised that I didn't know what she was talking about. And I was like, no, I had no idea, because I really don't. And up until just recently, I wasn't even watching Jim's videos. Like, and nobody believed that either. But that's okay. Like, you don't have to believe me. It's just what it is. I'm just telling you what it is. I don't have any reason to lie, to be honest with you. People are always like, oh, this, that, and whatever. But I really don't. I don't have anything to gain by lying. I do keep things private. And I do, sometimes you do white lies to protect other people's feelings. But no, I don't really tell you guys lies. It's just nonsense. Anyhow, I don't know what happened with Mona on Jim's channel and her daughter and those types of things. I don't really know what happened, but honestly, Mona. I feel like we had a really good friendship, or we have a really good friendship. So if there's anything going on, please. And the thing with blocking you was kind of weird because I know that had to have been a mistake. So what I was trying to explain one day is that when you're the moderator and the comments go by really fast, when you're trying to select somebody to block, you can actually pick the wrong person. Because all it comes up when you click on somebody's profile, it says see profile. It doesn't have their name on the little box that comes up. It just says see channel, put in timeout, block user, delete comment. Like, this is all the things that it lists. It doesn't say, like, when the box comes up, it doesn't say, like, Sally Henson, and then block, delete, see her channel. So it's very possible that he clicked on, think he was clicking on the next comment, where that's the only thing I could think of. But that being said,
And I said,
oh, go ahead, Mom.
I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
I said too that I believe Jim has made me moderator.
Yes.
So if I block anybody, if there's any way you can reach out
Yeah,
to
for
another
sure.
channel or whatever,
Yeah.
let me know that you're blocked, and I'll tell you if I blocked you on purpose.
Yeah. Jim's email is also linked to his channel. It's husband, HUSBAND 0805000 @gmail.com. That's the one that's linked to his channel. If you need to email him, if you have a question, if you think you're unknowingly blocked, if you're a friend of mine, like via text message or Facebook Messenger or whatever, and we chat, and you think something's gone wrong, go ahead and reach out. My email's in the description box of every video.
My email is, I'm sorry.
Yeah, Mom hasn't gotten her email
I have
fixed just yet, but we're on the move.
I have my current email.
Yes.
I put it on my channel. Some people asked for it, so I did put it on my channel.
Okay.
But I will tell you, I get a lot of spam. So
yeah,
hopefully, if anybody does email me,
don't put caps in the description box because
No.
usually, well, no, because the app
just
feels like it's spam.
You could write from YouTube in
Sure.
the description box.
Yeah. Oh, for sure.
There you go.
Or your username, because sometimes your email address is different than your username, like Pearl Cottage. That person's not email address is not Pearl Cottage at Gmail.
Oh yeah.
So
you
put in
my
your description box. Yeah.
Henson.
If you put in the description box like this is Pearl Cottage, and then she'll know who it is. That
or
kind
put
of thing
from YouTube.
Right. So anyway, yeah, if there's ever anything that you feel like slighted about or your feelings were hurt, please just understand that, first of all, we're people. It's not a machine. We don't have a script. Things come out wrong, especially these days. I have so much flub language, which is really funny because part of Jim's our marriage this whole time. The first thing that you say is the first thing he remembers. So for a long time, I would make sure that I took the time to get the words right. But no longer is that always an option for me, because I could sit here for 20 minutes and try to remember the right words. So it's like, wait, I corrected it right away. No. He's like, so you wanted me to get that peanut butter and jelly? No, not peanut butter and jelly. No, I corrected it. I said no. I said tuna. Like whatever it is. And that part is really, it's difficult. So just know that we're just humans. We have feelings and emotions, and we're not scripted. This isn't a TV show. This is just sharing our Sunday afternoon with you, or Sunday morning with you, with our little poopy here who's called Sweepy Night Night, until somebody makes a noise and then wakes up.
Asking for a friend said, I guess I'm either blocked or in timeout. I presume that's on your channel because I can see it here. So I don't know anything about what happened there.
Oh, well, Sally can see.
I think possibly periodically, say once a month at least, you go through your blocked list and see if you possibly
me. Oh,
both you, me.
Oh no,
you, Jim.
Well, I
me,
don't.
If I
I don't, because I don't block anybody.
Okay.
But if the moderators do, just come to me and tell me, and I'll come. Like we've done that before. I've done that before. I've unblocked people that think they're blocked, and vice versa. It's funny because I just feel like why do I have to communicate with you if you've got nothing but ugly in your heart towards me? I don't need that. I'm not put on this earth to entertain you or to be fodder for your masses or whatever. I mean, that's, it is funny though, because I will tell you, since last week, I went onto a few different things to see like what is they talking about, and I look and I'm like, 124 people watch this, and I'm really worried about it. I'm not worried about it, but like they're worried about it. I'm like, okay, I'm not worried about the 124 people watching it. It's fine, whatever. Go ahead, go for it.
Really, Mona made a comment, and I think that's more for Jim to about.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh, here.
Oh, do you have anything? Yeah.
Oh, sorry, everybody. That makes a lot of noise. Just trying to get it off my shirt. Sorry, everybody.
Yeah. Okay. I can't get it on my shirt. Mona, I did not aim that comment towards you or your daughter. I'm gonna stay with that because that's the truth.
What are we talking
I was talking about people in general. I don't worry about other people's kids because they're not my kids. I did not mean any respect or yeah, I did not mean any disrespect. Sorry, my words aren't coming out right. I was not even thinking about you or your child.
That's what I asked you. You held your finger. You held your hand up to me to be quiet. But what was the exchange original, please?
Basically, I was upset, and I wasn't talking about anybody particular. I just I don't worry about other people's kids because that
What was
is
the comment, please? Or you don't know?
I don't remember off the top of my head.
I'm sorry. Don't worry, Rise. It's just me asking you. I asked you that.
I didn't roll my eyes,
Oh,
Jerry.
okay. Sorry.
I I was upset. There was a lot of comments going on during a particular video that just started to get me upset.
Okay.
So last Sunday, I basically said I don't care to hear about anybody's children, anybody's personal life because it's not my concern. You know, people want to chit chat on my channel, that's fine. They can chat back and forth. But the thing is, when you got so many comments rolling in faster than you can keep up with, it just becomes very disturbing.
Yeah. Yeah, I understand that. I mean, I don't understand it because I don't moderate my own lives because I can't see that much, that close, that fast. It's a lot different when we sat at the computer back in the day. But even now, that's not even like an option. I think if we sat all in front of the TV like we used to at one time, I'd probably be a little bit better. But they go by very fast, especially on days like today. They go by very fast.
Sometimes they do.
Yeah, sometimes they
A
just
couple
come to
weeks
us.
ago, if any of you remember, we were losing comments.
Yes.
Because I couldn't get to them fast enough.
Yes.
Jerry was explaining things. Yeah, from different questions, and we were losing comments.
Yeah. And we don't mind that you guys talk to each other. That's 100% fine. It's just that it's hard to know unless you're using, I think you can direct comment somebody by clicking on their thing if you're using a computer. And it'll come up like at Sally Hinton and then whatever. But I don't think that you can do that on your mobile devices or on your iPads and stuff, your other digital devices. What, Mom?
If you can, I don't know how to do it.
Oh, well,
Put it that way.
when you're on the computer,
Yeah,
you can click on somebody's icon and it says reply. And, like one of the choices is reply.
Well, hopefully one of these days, too, I'll get Facebook. Not Facebook. YouTube on my computer and be able to.
She's going to be working on all that. Yeah.
Things.
Type fast. Mom types fast when she's typing. Do you want me to take it? Listen, Mona, if this is going back and forth about you and him, he's trying to tell you that he didn't say it. Please don't listen to other people telling you what he meant and what he didn't mean. Because if he's telling you he didn't mean it, I'm sorry if you got offended by it, but if he didn't mean it, then that's what he says. He didn't mean it.
I honestly think, Mona, that what happened was Jim was having a rant, and it could have been something that he didn't mean it the way it sounded. In other words, he meant as a group.
Or like
what he was saying at the time about everybody.
Well, I'm saying, was it the timing of her comment just happened to be with his comment? It seemed very personal to her. Like almost like it was about her.
I honestly can't remember. But like I said, he was ranting and he was saying he didn't want personal comments in there. He didn't want. I don't care what basically it was. I don't care what your kids are doing. I think that's what he meant.
Okay. But
I
so
could be very
even
wrong,
no,
but
it's
that's
okay.
the
So
way
even
I
if
see
you
it, and
that's okay.
I'm
So
sorry for
even
the misunderstanding. I
no, no,
really
no. Even
am.
if it was that, and then is it not obvious that he was just having a moment? Like, and you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. Maybe it's not obvious to you guys. Maybe it's not. I take that back. But like he was with the dog this morning. Like, eat something. If Jim gets like that on his channel, you guys should tell him to go grab a snack. Or have some Mountain Dew. I tell him often, I'm like, you need a Mountain Dew. I don't encourage it, but sometimes it's like, you need a Mountain Dew. Now,
If I could just put in here,
Sure.
Eileen said, so basically Jim doesn't care about any of his subscribers.
No.
I don't think that's true either. Like I said, when your mind is so
Overwhelmed.
crowded
With the words,
with
yeah.
Just saying something.
So who just said that? Eileen?
Eileen, I believe.
Eileen who?
Just Eileen.
Oh, Eileen, I don't mean to step on sensitivities of your emotions or whatever, but was that very helpful? Because you know that that's not what he was saying, and you to come on and say that that's what he means, obviously, is just going to start some shit. So, no, that's not what he means, obviously, and we've just told you 3 times that it was at the moment he was having a bad moment. So let's focus on something else, can we,
Let's put it
please?
this way: he should not have even gone on YouTube, but he did.
Well, that's okay, but he's allowed to go on, it's his channel. He's allowed to go on an event. He's allowed to go on and have his opinion. He's allowed to go on there and tell you not to talk about your family because it's his channel and he has every right to. But obviously, what he's telling you now is that he was having a bad moment. He was overwhelmed with the speed of which conversation was going by, and some of it had nothing to do with him. That's what he just told you 3 times. And I'm sorry, Mona, I'm not trying to be fresh. I love you to pieces. Please don't take it that way at all. I love your daughter. I think she's beautiful, and I think she's got a great name. Anyway, but that being said, it's you have to take it for what it is. Like, you get into a fight with your friends, they apologize, you take your time to get over it. If you don't want to get over it, then get under it. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's nothing. What else can we do? He's apologized. He's explained himself. That's all he can do. That's all he can do. It's time to move on. Put it behind you. It's not that he doesn't care about his people. He cares about his people. What he's trying to say is the speed to which comments come by, even here now, I see them 1,000 miles an hour, and I'm only getting read 3 or 4 of them because I know you guys are talking to yourselves or each other, not to yourselves.
Well, I'm about ready to put something in time out because of the shit stir.
Calm down. You need another snack?
No, I need.
Okay, then put them in timeout. You were allowed to put them in timeout. I asked you not to block them. If they're having a bad day and they're trying to take it out on the comments in the channel, you can put them in timeout. You can put them in timeout for an hour, 2 hours, and then they won't be here for the rest of their lives. That's fine. I just asked you not to block anybody. Okay? Put them in timeout if you think they deserve to be in timeout. If they're being obnoxious today, and they're trying to start trouble, go ahead. You have permission. There is no action without consequence, and this is the consequence of their actions. Okay? Do you want to talk? I'll give you the microphone.
No.
Okay. Anyhow, so oh my God, this poor baby. We found her pink bag. I know you guys didn't even know anything. The pink bag was missing. We couldn't find it. So if you guys don't know, my friend here has a pocketbook. It's like a pink puppy bag she's had since she was a baby. It's got her name on it and everything, like a little piece of luggage. It has everything from like emergency wee-wee pads to travel bowls, travel water, travel kibble, travel treats. TOYS. Extra leashes in case the one breaks. Extra collar in case the one gets lost. Something like she slips out of it and it's gone forever type of thing. That's what I keep in it. And it's been missing for months and months. And we've looked everywhere we think we could look, because I usually hang it on the back of the coat hanger. But it's been gone, and we like checked the van. They called the friends, and we're like, did we leave it there? Well, Jim found it in the front closet. Don't ask me why it was in the front closet. We don't put anything like that in the front closet. But that's where it ended up. So we were able to find that, which was very happy. She saw it and got so excited because now you use words like OUTCAR, RIDE or BYE. She will get all excited if you pull out the harness again, but now she saw the bag and she thought that was it, because that's what it used to be. When you see the bag, you know you're going to go in the CAR for, yeah. She's sleeping, that's why I'm not saying any of those words. Otherwise, I could just talk her off of the ledge, you know. I just don't want her to wake up. So that was good news with all the things going through. One of the things I will tell you that I thought was really interesting about this real estate agent is she came up with like lists of things for us to do. And one of the top of the list was pitch anything you haven't used in 5 years. And then she said pack anything you haven't used in a year. I was like, okay, I like this information. Like, this is a good way to look at it. If you're planning on moving and you haven't used it in a year, go ahead and put it away. It doesn't mean you won't use it next year, just you haven't used it this year, that type of thing. And you know, especially with when you're planning to move, you know, we started this conversation last August or July, and before last July, because it was my birthday, June maybe. We started this conversation about moving like almost a year ago, and here we are. If we got pitched things that we hadn't used in a year, that's ridiculous, because we didn't really like decorate for any holidays because we thought we were moving any day. You know, like, well, not any day, but preparing that it could happen, type of thing. Do you want me to not let you do comments right now? Just take a break and you can just talk, tell stories.
I'll be fine.
Hon,
I will be fine.
I know you will. Look at me for a second. I know you will. You don't need to let them get you upset.
I'm trying not to.
You sure?
Yeah, sure.
Did you take the pork roast out? I think you did. We're doing that last night. I'm sorry. Okay. We'll have something else then.
No,
Good.
we'll figure out something.
Yes, I said, because the pork roast can take forever to defrost. Because it's a giant, thick pork roast. I know that's going to be the question, Nellie. Nellie's going to be like, what's for dinner? Speaking of Nellie, I would like to do my due diligence and say, back off my girl. So one of the reasons I always said that I don't address the hate is because I don't really care. First of all, like I said, I've got a thick skin, I'm rubber, you're glue, blah, blah, blah. But I always stand up when you say stuff that's derogatory and is presumptuous about people like me, because this channel attracts people like me, and I don't want them to be hurt. You know, you make fun of me because I'm fat, I really don't care. You make fun of me because I'm disabled, I really don't care. But people who come to my channel who are fat and disabled come here for safety. And when you turn those evil eyes on me, they feel like it could be about them. So that's when I always have stepped in the past. That being said, you're directly attacking Nellie, and it's got to stop. You have to realize at this point that what you're doing is evil. And I don't mean not just vile, not just mean, not just bullying. It's evil for you to go out of your way to pick on somebody who is standing up for people who can't stand up for themselves. That's fucked up. I mean, that's really fucked up. I don't know how else to say it. I can't think of another word or another group of words that will try to express to you how I feel about what you're doing. You're just fucked up. And you could put this soundbite on a loop if you want to. Go all for it. You just go ahead and make a rap video if you want to. I don't really give a shit. But to be honest with you, you gotta stop. You gotta stop picking on people that are standing up for people who they believe are innocent and you don't. Okay? And it's kind of funny because I know in my heart that the people who are haters are I feel like in my heart, that's what I meant to say. I feel like in my heart, the people who are haters have certain beliefs about certain things and about certain people, that they go ahead and, like, whatever imagination or fake news that you're hearing, you're just projecting onto others, if that makes any sense. That's how I feel. But, you know, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm wrong. Anyhow, Did you have something you want to say? Because I heard you say, "Oh,
No.
real good." Okay. Um. Oh, hi, Mama.
Oh, here.
Here comes the mother of the groom. The um thing I also wanted to say was about the microphones. So if you don't know, if catching up, we've got a donation for $100 towards microphones. I get paid on the 21st. I'm going to go ahead and order them then. It's a set of 4 microphones. They're on Amazon. Um, that's the only one. I know that you guys all said, go to Wish, go to this, go to She, and I went and I couldn't find, and then you said you found, and I asked you to send me a link. I didn't get one single link.
Well, I found a link. I got a link. That's what I didn't find it. Somebody else did, and said everything was cool, and I bought them.
And
There are
there's
only 2 microphones. I thought there were supposed to be 3.
yeah. When you
So,
see a 3-piece microphone set, it's not 3 microphones. It's the receiver and 2 microphones. That's why it's a lot of misunderstanding out there about like how many sets there are with 3 microphones. In fact, it's funny because I think it was Temu that when I went on there, they had like 3 microphones, but they were like fake microphones for like cosplay or whatever it said. It was really funny. But anyway, that's the only thing I could find with 3 microphones in it. But yeah, this is a 4-pack of microphones. You can find 2 or you can find 4. Um, did you return the 2 that you got?
no, actually, Jim still has them sitting over there, and I picked
Okay.
it up and looked at it, and I thought, you know what? If they do work, those might be my microphones if I need them.
Well, you could, but we don't need 3 sets. We could return yours for your money back, and you can have one of the other 2 because we're getting a third.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
Well,
we'll have two pairs and 1 4-pack. And that's I don't use them when I do my regular videos and vlog them. That's why. When I do voiceovers, I have to use my plug-in earbuds because that's the only way to get clear sound. Which, by the way, I'll actually show you that. You know the plug-in kinds with the wire, when the little microphone right here?
okay.
That's the only way I can get the clear sound on a voiceover. Earbuds, earpods, all those things, they don't really work.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, like
Yeah.
I said,
We'll go through that, yeah.
I will probably be putting out when I
Yeah.
finally get my channel up and running
Yeah.
to my satisfaction. I will probably be putting out 1 or more test, less, they probably about 2 minutes, if that much. Those are basically just for me to say,
Yeah.
how's this working?
Well, you
Can
make
I hear me? Can
yeah,
I
you
see?
make
Can
videos
I see?
private. You make videos private, and even if once you do your first upload, you're like, you can record them for yourself on your phone and just look at them. But then when you're confident enough, and then you go to upload it, you can make it private. It automatically is private actually, and then you just watch it. You can watch it yourself and see how it uploaded. Does it sound good when you upload it? Those types of things. And then you can just delete it if
Like
you
I
want to
said,
delete it. Yeah, we'll go through all that.
eventually.
We'll go through all that. I would love to be able to teach anybody or show anybody with the things that I know. I don't know everything, and things change so quickly. That's why I hired somebody to help me, but I can teach you what I know, and that's pretty much all I ever really wanted to do. I think that we're probably going to go live sometime this week back in the craft room to finish that up. I believe, right? Is that what we talked about? Finishing up the craft room tomorrow, next day,
It
day.
looks so nice out there. Well, I can see, through our arch.
Where the box is in the hallway.
Yeah.
Like,
Just a portion of the kitchen. Well, I can see the coffee station and a little bit of the buffet and very end of the table, and it looks so nice. And I'm going, okay,
box free.
Box free.
Yeah, just don't turn your head to the left or right 6 inches. You're fine.
Yes.
Yes. Oh, you want to eat this? Okay, Mona, I appreciate it. I can't look at the text because it's on my phone. Oh, actually, I can't see your text on the iPad. I can only see text messages on the iPad from people who have iPhones, and I forgot. I forget sometimes who. Hey, you need to go out?
While you're looking at that.
She does that a lot.
No, it's okay.
Little flyer
that's fine.
sometimes.
Yeah.
Jax's Nani said I'm on your side.
Who?
Jax's Nani.
Jax's Nani.
Jax apostrophe S. Said I'm on your side, Jim. I actually feel really bad for you. Virginia says, Slim says, Jerry can help Sally set up and be a mod. Safety in numbers.
Yeah.
You only have mods when you do lives, and I'm not really planning on doing
No,
lives.
I need mods for other things. Yeah.
I don't.
Oh yeah. Oh, no problem.
Okay. All right. Let's see. Oh, Virginia Slims asked, so how is the camping going? Did you like it? Nobody's gone
They haven't gone camping yet.
camping. No. Pickle Bear said, Virginia, great idea. She can block people for you. Like I said, I'm not planning on doing lives. And if I feel anybody needs to be blocked, I will block them. But since it's going to be mostly comments in the comment section after the vlog has been put up, I doubt very seriously, I would hope not, that it's nobody needs to be blocked. We shall see. Tidbits was saying hi to Lisa. Hello, Lisa.
Sorry. Talk amongst yourself. Here, Jen. Sorry.
Maurice the Indian Boy said, I think a lot of that stuff has to leave the house. Well, I don't know. Just depends on what else we're planning on doing. Listen.
Oh, what other stuff?
Huh?
Oh, the stuff.
Stuff.
Oh, I thought you meant like negativity.
Well, that too.
Sorry, I forgot where I left off. The thing is, with a lot of the negativity going on, I'm following Jerry's request of not blocking people. I'm just putting them in timeout. I'm about ready to block one particular person because, I understand you think facts are facts. Well, you know what? There are three types of facts.
No.
Hold that.
There's three types of truth. That's what you want to say. Only one type of facts. Go ahead, finish. Sorry.
There are three types of facts. The ones that we write down because of history, and the ones we know. Now, truth, thank you, is two. Truth, there are three types of truth. There's your truth, my truth, and the universal truth. Right? The thing is, the universal truth out trumps everybody. Okay, now, you want to talk about your truth? That's fine and dandy. You can talk about your truth and all that stuff. Thing is, I have my truth, you have yours, and then the universe has its. Now, I am tired of this he said, she said, going back and forth. That, and you guys want to bring up the past. Well, guess what? The past is the past. It's written, it's done, it's over with. Leave it alone. The present, that's today. We deal with today. The future, we don't know what the future holds. So I don't worry about the future. I let the future come and then try to deal with it as best as I can. If people are hurt because of my words during a period of anger and frustration, that ain't my problem. Because when I'm angry, I say shit. Right? I say all kinds of stuff. People get hurt for it. I'm sorry. I am really sorry you got hurt from whatever. But the thing is, unless I mention a particular person by person, then I'm talking to that person and about that person. But since I never mentioned any names, and things got messed up by whatever force, so be it. But the thing is I am not going to repeat myself 1,000 times to try to explain that I wasn't talking about you or your child. So please, by all means, listen to your own heart, listen to me. Don't listen to a third party, because it's not their problem, it's your problem and my problem. There is no third party. Now, if anybody wants to be a third party and get in the way, well, tough. Because whatever's going on is between me and that person. I don't need your influence. Mona doesn't need your influence. Neither does anybody else. And yes, this time around I mentioned Mona because it's between me and her. So y'all, the rest of y'all can keep your damn noses out of it. because all you're doing is making things worse. Now, I cannot read comments and talk to you guys at the same time, but the thing is, that's fine, Mona. Listen to yourself. Don't, I don't mean any harm to you or your family. I don't mean to stir up any problems. And I was not talking about you. I understand you took it as it was to you because you did mention your daughter. I did not take cue from what you said. But the thing is, I was mad that day. I was frustrated. Things last week were for shite. And, exactly, Bluegrass. The third party is Jesus.
Yeah, thank you. I was going to say, remember on my channel, you have to say the thing out loud because mommy doesn't know what you're saying. What you're responding to.
I wasn't really responding to anybody until just now.
No, I know. You said, yeah, Bluegrass. That's what I was talking about. You said, that's right, Bluegrass. And I was like, what is he right about?
Okay. I'd like to go back a little bit.
Sure.
Ellie Hagen said, Sally, please read my comment to Jerry. God bless Jerry for saying what you had the heart to say about me. I wholeheartedly appreciate it.
Oh, of course, Nellie. It's the truth.
Way kind.
Yeah.
And the same, that's one of the things that hurt me so bad last week is that I realized that that though I might not be my mother's most favorite person, she's never really treated me other than kind. We've had our issues. We've been, trying to accommodate each other, and not always successfully. But we've we've never had an ill word to say about either one of them. Like, as far as I remember, I've never said anything negative about her because I don't feel that way about her. Anytime that she gets I get frustrated, like with her or something for whatever, upset, I always just think about certain moments in our relationship. And that's what I do with all my friends, really, too. It's like, just certain moments in our relationship that made me smile. And, the slice of pie after Janet's wedding, we had a face full of whipped cream, and I had a picture of her started laughing. Or the first time we went shopping, the first Christmas she came to visit us in New York, and we went shopping. You told me about the laundry, like those types of things. Those are the memories that I'll have just forever, And then when you came for our wedding, and we didn't have a wedding cake topper, and Mom just had this gift for us that was this crystal bride and groom, and I'm like, that's divine intervention, where she brought this thing to us, and we didn't have anything to put a wedding cake topper. That part that I bought after our wedding because I thought it was so pretty, and I was like, okay, if we're gonna do our vows, we can use this thing. But I literally had a pedestal and no bride and groom, honestly. So those kinds of things I just think about. I think about the things that are, that have made us cry and we touched each other's hearts and those types of things. And that's what's important. There's bad times and good times in every relationship. But you have to just say, like, is it worth it? Is this relationship worth it? Oh, Jesus. Oh, man. Did you guys get any of that? Hopefully I was talking loud enough that you guys got some of it. But anyway, yeah, I was just talking about, about last week and how it was just, I don't want to say it again. Oh, what happened?
That's a comment.
Oh.
I believe Sally is a sweetie. I hope she adopts me. A bluegrass lover.
Only if you're a girl. She's already got a son, and he's a handful. Sorry. What I was saying, if you didn't hear it, was basically like, I never thought, like, I know, like what I say, I know that I'm not her favorite person because, not that I'm not her second, third, fourth, fifth favorite person. I'm not trying to say that. It just meant, like, we have difference. We grew up differently. We have different values as far as certain things are concerned. And we also, like, one of the things is I'm a loud New Yorker from a big family, and Mom's a quiet Midwestern wasp from a small family. Okay, I meant to say Catholic. I grew up Irish Catholic, and big giant family of loud Irish Catholic New Yorkers. And Mom's like a little Midwestern wasp from a little tiny family. I said WAP. I meant WASP. It just came out wrong. Relax. She's not Italian without papers. I got it.
I was going to say, I'm not a WAP.
But that's how she grew up, So that's the thing. It's like we're very different as far as that's concerned. things that we value, and we're different generations, obviously. Um, uh, I'm a latchkey kid, and she's the mom of a latchkey kid, or sort of could be. Um, I was, we talk about this. I talk about this with my friends online a lot. We're Gen Xers, and many of them, I mean, many of us were brought up by baby boomers, but I was lucky enough to be not lucky enough. Not that baby boomers are bad. Please don't take that the wrong way. I was lucky enough to be brought up by two parents, both from the silent generation, which they had uh, different experiences growing up. Mom, you know, not that she didn't have to tuck under the table. I guess during the Cold War, with Cuba, the Cuban Missile Crisis, did you have like drills to get under your desk
I
for?
probably
Yeah,
did.
but my parents like had that for World War II. Like they had, you know, drills. They had to get under their desks, kind of situation. Not my mom so much. My father is a little older than my mom, so. But I mean, you know
Uh,
what I'm saying? It's a totally different thing. Like I have a brother who is of the baby boom generation, and it's like the rest of us are Gen Xers, and it's just a different thing, the way we even view the world. Um, so those types of things, yeah. I mean, I eat everything, and she eats few things, and those types of things. But I never experienced anything like last week where she's had nothing but a kind heart towards each other. Like I was saying, if I got frustrated with her at times or whatever, I would just think about all the fun times that we had together, and think about the good things. And I can't even tell you how many times. And this is not calling him out, please. It's just a funny thing. I can't tell you how many times I've talked my husband off the ledge of like, don't talk to your mom like that. Like, go be nice. Like you have to go show her you care. Go da da da. Like, and she's had to do that for him with me. Like she says, when my father died, she's like, you really have to be there for her right now. And I'm like, people are like, oh, Jim's this, that, and the other. And I'll be like, but when my dad died, he was there for me. And I thought it was mom encouraging him the whole time. But I don't care. It worked.
yeah.
And the same thing goes. He's like, he'll come and feel very frustrated and whatever it is, and want to just like, I don't care. You just got to go take 10 breaths, breathe in and out, and go figure it out, like type of thing.
They're asking me,
Oh, sure.
hold on, if what I said on Joni's Live was the way I feel.
What'd you say on Tony's Live?
Yeah, because my brain goes,
Oh,
so,
do you want them to tell
I'm
you
frustrated.
what they're asking
I
about?
am frustrated.
Oh, sure, of course.
I'm frustrated because of the living situation.
Of course, yes. We know this is something we talked about already, so go ahead.
Yeah. That's probably a lot of where I'm coming from. Jeri does have her good points. She also has her bad points, don't we all?
Mm-hmm.
And one of mine is brain death. Because
not death, paralysis.
Okay,
No,
definitely paralysis.
Sleeping. Wait, narcolepsy. You have brain narcolepsy.
Yeah.
Because sometimes it's awake.
Yeah, sometimes it
just falls right to sleep when you don't know. Sorry.
Again, not remembering particularly a whole lot of what I said, and I'm pretty sure that there are fair parts of it that I did mean.
Yeah, of course. And like I would say what Jim was doing, and like what I've done in the past, is when you guys reach out and be kind and supportive and make her feel confident that you're her friend, she's going to reach out to you with her frustrations at the moment, how she feels at the moment, or how she feels now, and it's built up to the point. But she's also was very influenced when she was off her medication. I just feel right now that her medication is just starting to come to efficacy, like a level of efficacy right now. And it's not even, we don't even know. So, is it right if I say what kind of medicine you're on?
I've already told them. It's generic Aricept, which is Nasocal.
So,
and then Mantine, and I do not remember what that is.
Okay.
I don't know what the brand name of it is.
Mantine, is that what you said? Spell it?
Memantine. Memmantine, I believe.
Okay.
And was recently put on Remeron for sleep. And that's I forget what I don't know what that is. It's generic for or something.
Yeah, isn't that what's the one that makes you eat in the middle of the night?
I should be talking. Hey, listen.
Lisa used to wake up. Ambien. Is that generic Ambien?
It could very well be. I'd have to.
Lisa was on it for a while, and she used to wake up and be like, "There was a can of Chef Boyardee in the sink when I woke up this morning." And she's like, "I don't know how it got there."
Oh my. No. Well, last night I did. Like I said,
Freya, excuse me, Mom. Sorry,
didn't sleep all that well last night.
Off.
Do not know why.
I know
Because I worked all day. But I kept on waking up, going, "I'm hungry," and I would, what do I want to eat? And my problem is, even when I'm hungry, it's like, what do you want to eat? I don't know.
Exactly.
That
happens to me when I'm on treatment, and I've got like 45 packages of stuff open because I've tasted that, and that's not. Go ahead, go, Daddy. Daddy's got the treats. Go ahead. Daddy's got your treat bag in there. Go. Go ahead.
Like I said, as far as I would say, I don't know how much to say.
No, go ahead.
All of it was. I think a lot of it was born out of frustration.
Sure. Nothing moves as fast as you expected it to. Nothing was moving as fast as you expected it. And I didn't realize that you had those expectations until like I was throwing things in a box for the garage sale during the middle of the third day of the garage sale. Like that's how it was. I was like, wow, I just realized how fast we're moving to get this done, and it's not getting done right.
Well,
and unfortunately, what I'm feeling right now, Mom, is one of the things they taught about this weekend was about you could use the money, sell your stuff because it makes your space less, and you can also use the money to pay things. And I'm like, crap, we lost so much money, like just rushing.
Well, we probably did, but the thing is, we had it up for 2 weeks.
Right, but I needed
2 weekends.
I mean, I was downsizing a whole house. It's like you got 7 or 8 boxes out of your little room.
Another one in a couple weeks if we,
Yeah.
Who knows?
Yeah, go, Daddy. Daddy, want to take the big bone?
So,
Jim, there's a honey bun on my bed, on my nightstand table that I was going to share with her later or give her later or whatever. When Daddy give you treats, Daddy got snack in the room.
I'm trying to catch up here on
a sweet treat.
But I did want to finish by saying I really so appreciate and I believe that it is genuine care and genuine, feeling.
Oh yeah, but still frustration. Huh? It's still frustrating.
No. What I was going to finish was saying that I have been shown on some of the channels that I have been watching.
Yeah.
And I would like to thank everybody for that.
They care about you.
Yes.
Oh, I gotcha. But do you really believe it's genuine when they say things that are like
there are some
wedge and toxic between us, put toxicity between us?
I don't let them. I don't think I do.
Oh, okay. Well, last week was a shock. That's the thing. That's why I got upset, was because, like, I guess when I started to talk about in the beginning, my family, like, I expect that stuff from them. When I just didn't expect that you'd ever fall in that category of somebody who.
Well, like I said.
Yeah.
It's a lot of fun to me.
Well,
not necessarily the parodies, but there's a lot of other laughing, joking.
Well, sure, but they're not. That's what I'm saying. Are they laughing and joking at me? That's the point I was saying. And I don't really. It doesn't bother me. Like, they can do whatever they want. It's how it affects people around me that really makes a difference, and how it affects Jim. Like, that's why I stepped in with Jim a long time ago, and I'm like, look, like I just did before. He's getting so frustrated. Look, you really can't let them get to you because that's what they want. They wanted me to cry last week and get off the channel, and I did, and I shouldn't have. But it just hurt me. Mom hurt me, and I hurt my feelings, and my feelings were already on edge because of the whole family situation. But like at that point, it was like, yeah. But the same thing when I said with him, I'm like, don't let them get you frustrated, because that's what they want. They want to see us. They want to see a wedge between the three of us. They want to put me down even further than I already am, or how far they think I've gone, type of thing. If you complain to somebody about somebody and they egg it on, that's the part where you're like, are you really caring about, like, when he complains about me and they say all of these negative things about me to make his complaint more vile or more toxic, is that really showing that you care about him? Like, kind of thing? So I know you're saying you don't let it, but then I wouldn't, I've known you for 25 years. I would never expect you to laugh at those types of things, Or go with Daddy.
And again, like I said,
go.
I'll tell you something.
Jim, squeak something.
Yesterday or the day before, and I cannot remember which, I saw something really funny. and
Or you go,
I
excuse
laughed
me, Mom. Go
out
inside with Daddy.
loud,
Go inside with Daddy.
and the dog. This was on Facebook. This is something totally
Sure.
unrelated that I saw. And the dog started barking because she hadn't heard me laugh,
Oh,
and
really?
that's sad.
No, that's you laugh all the time. She doesn't bark at you all the time.
No,
Was it a video? Maybe you had a video loud and she heard something different, or was it
no,
just separate?
no, no.
Oh no,
There's a
when you screamed Hallelujah the other day, but that was screaming. That was volume. I
yeah.
think that was more than about
Well,
the noises that you were saying. I think if we had praise and worship every Sunday, I don't think she would notice so much. But usually you don't speak that loudly that I can hear you in the bedroom. Those types of things. But no, I think you. So that's the thing too. Is like it's. So one of the things I've pointed out to him tons of times is like it's about where your focus is. So you think right now you're thinking like I haven't laughed like that in a long time, but you have. I've heard you, but maybe just it was at something. It was at something that was not as personal necessarily, or
okay.
you know what I mean. Like I guess, yeah. I feel like we were laughing pretty hard at a game night, like when Lisa was here, which I know this is a year ago already. But you know, as far as how much time we actually get to spend together, you know, and that's and that's another thing. So, we see each other like once or twice a week, and it's not Mom's fault or my fault. It's just that the way I have been feeling, like physically feeling lately, um, those types of things, and you know, I thought you were saying that you know that I care and it comes out of genuine care, which is kind of funny. But you said that they care and it comes out of genuine care. So like if I have tried for years to be like, drink more water, and we tried to find combinations of pineapple and orange that'll make something, you know, like let's try this pineapple orange thing, let's try this pineapple orange
I
thing.
need him to try his Kickstarter, his orange pineapple
And
Kickstarter.
then he drank it.
And I keep forgetting to say,
Oh,
hey.
okay.
Yeah.
But like like I've tried over the years, like we've gotten mix-ins and like pineapple. I got a pineapple mix-in and an orange squeedy thing. So you just add the orange till it tastes right, you know, like kind of thing. And it just so I'm not trying to change her because I don't like the fact that she drinks Coke. I don't really care. It's her soda, it's her body. But I love her and I want her to be around longer and I want her to feel healthy and I want her to feel good. And you know, she's been drinking Coke since she was 5 or 6, maybe
There was a weaned on
70 plus years.
Yeah,
We'll just say nicely.
probably at least. I mean, we had the 6-ounce bottles at the time, and then we got the 8-ounce bottles and the 12-ounce bottles, and it was usually when I was at home, it was never more than half a bottle.
Okay.
And it's when I moved out.
Sure, and it was free for all.
Mm-hmm.
And she doesn't drink anything. Like she doesn't drink alcohol. Occasionally, a glass of like Concord grape wine juice or whatever, like those types of things, but very rarely. She drinks water now. Over the past 10 or so years, your doctor was saying you gotta have more water. So like water with meds and stuff. But for me, it's like this is what I see. I see her having a plethora of stomach issues, and I know that there's like the phosphates and the calcium that's in there. There really aren't things that are in there soda that aren't good for her stomach. But I'm not going to tell her to stop drinking it. I'll just offer her, let's try to find something different. We can't get an Orange Julius anymore. First of all, they stopped selling it at Dairy Queen, and a Dairy Queen ain't here no more anyway.
Yeah.
And a mint shake, we'll buy her a mint shake and buy her a small size, and she really can only get half down anyway. So it's like,
well, I have occasionally gotten a whole one.
Oh, the small one, yeah, from the Steak and Shake one. It's the smaller ones from Steak and Shake.
Oh, the mint shakes. I'm sorry,
Yeah.
I was thinking of the.
Oh, the Ensures?
Yeah, the small ones. I always.
Yeah. So if we get like I think it's called like a child size or snack size. If she can get a small one from Steak and Shake, she sometimes can get the whole thing down. But then like the one at McDonald's, that's never gonna happen the whole time. You know, like the whole thing's not going down there at all. You know, like maybe in 2 or 3 things, maybe type of thing. So
usually two.
none of this is because I despise her or because I'm frustrated with her or I'm angry at her. I don't get mad that she hasn't gotten her blood work done because she can't not wake up, have a cigarette and a soda. Like it's not about like I'm just sad for her because I see her uncomfortable. I see her, like I just asked her, she said it's been running for a week, and I said, you know, it's her allergies. I said, have you ever tried, like, I know we've had this conversation before, but I don't know if Mom knows we had this conversation before. Have you tried the allergy? Like, have you tried Zyrtec or
Well,
Claritin?
Sudafed used to be my go-to.
Well, that's also
5 minutes, and that was an allergy or a sinus attack when I
right.
had to
That's
lay
right.
backward.
I'm
Oh,
saying something to prevent it, so that's why I was
well,
asking about.
yeah, but I would have thought that the Sudafed would have prevented it.
No, it basically dries up your mucus thingy, but doesn't prevent the allergens from getting in. So you need
Well,
like an antihistamine. Like, okay,
very
no,
possibly, but I don't really know if it's allergies or sinuses.
I think it's allergies because if this happened to start, as much as you love this and it hasn't really bothered your nose as
Yeah.
bad, if it's just coincides with the same time you started using your vanilla diffuser, it's probably allergies. And the fact that now the plants are all growing and the honeysuckle's starting to blossom and
yeah,
those types
that's
of
true.
things.
The
That's
honeysuckle.
probably what's bugging you the most.
It could very well be the honeysuckle.
Yeah.
Back in Arizona, every time the honeysuckles were blooming,
Yeah.
you start sneezing.
Oh, okay.
Mom, Jim just said every time back in Arizona, every time the honeysuckle would bloom, that Mom would start sneezing. So those types of things. It's not because I'm like trying to control her and I don't get like these words. I'm trying to control her. It's my pumping. I'm trying to look. I just care about her. I don't want to see her uncomfortable. I don't want to see her. I like to be able to see her eat a nice big meal. Like I'm the daughter of a restaurant. I'm the daughter of a restaurant cook. We like to see people fed. Those types of things. So,
Pickle. I'm sorry.
That's
Pickle
okay.
Bear said, "Go to the doctor." Sally, about my sinuses. I've been to the doctor.
Yeah.
He wanted to prescribe the same thing I was taking. Now I have not talked to this newer doctor, and I probably should make notes. For when I go back to see him next month.
Yeah, and just now we were talking, and she said those medicines like Zyrtec or Claritin, they can make you drowsy. So I said, yeah, that's why we take them at night before bed. But the real reason I take them at night before bed is so that's when I need to breathe when I'm trying to sleep. Like that's the big one, Otherwise, I could blow my nose when I'm awake. But anyway, but I was like, yeah, you could take them before your nap. She's concerned that she's taking too many pills before bed, those types of things. So we talk about it. But to you, that's fine. Yeah. You're the one who has to take them, so it's got to be to you. But anyway, so we were just talking about that, and again, it's not because, it's just out of love. It's just because I care.
Okay, folks.
And the thing is, you go potty?
Yes. Oh. Don't you just love?
The thing is, I don't. Leave your mic out here.
Oh yeah, I definitely will. I definitely. I know. Pardon if it's noisy here.
You can give it to. I was gonna say give it to Jim. Yeah. Part of everything is I've been trying for all this time to make everybody as happy as possible. Most to my detriment, not to my detriment, but to my basically, I make other people happy, even if it doesn't benefit me at all. I guess is what I'm trying to say. But obviously, I've fallen quite short. Now I know. And I think big part of everything that's happened in the last 3 years since my diagnosis is I no longer benefit the relationship the way I used to. And this is not to say anything that like to make Mom feel bad, but the things that I used to do to make her feel better, I can no longer do. Like make her vanilla bean scones from Starbucks, or even afford to buy her the treats that she likes when I'm out and about, because we don't have like the extra little money here and there to prioritize those types of things. So I'm not saying that Mom's just unhappy because I can't spoil her, but it's the things like that which helped her tolerate the other things that she doesn't like. Yeah, but the situation in this house is just out of control, and it's Jim is doing the very best he can. I am trying to help every moment I can. Every single moment that I'm able, I help. Whether sometimes it's just words of encouragement, sometimes it's just sitting there and helping him organize, sometimes it's actually moving stuff and regretting it later. But yeah, we're trying to do whatever we can as fast as we can. That's another thing. And trying to get it so it can be finished, and we can move on to the next stage of whatever's to come, or at least be ready for the next stage when it's to come. But now we're making big moves and big progress. The problem is we don't have any place to put all this stuff. That's the problem we're running into right now. So I think today we were supposed to go outside because it's supposed to be nice out. Is it too hot out to work outside? Dang it!
Gotta get it
We're
first.
supposed to work on organizing some shed and utility room stuff so that we can get some stuff out there.
You gotta set your alarm and get up early. It was 60 something when I got up.
Oh, okay.
About 5. 5.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. Set your alarm for 5 o'clock in the morning when it's still dark. No, I'm just kidding.
No, just it's
It was,
fine.
yeah,
The
it's just
birds
dark.
are out there chirping, going,
Oh.
shut up.
Yes. So that's funny because one of the things that when we were looking for a house, we were like, oh, there's no dogs in the neighborhood. Oh, there's no neighbors. The neighbor's kind of far. That neighbor's there. She's quiet. She doesn't have a dog. She's like the mother of a pastor. Like she lives by herself. This little lady. There's a little couple over there. Little couple over there. They're very happy to see us. It was very quiet. But then there's nature, and people drive by, and then what we found out, when it's quietest, you can hear the alarm between periods at school.
Oh yeah.
You can hear the bell between periods at the middle school, which is like far, but when it's quiet, nothing's stopping the noise.
It just
Band
seems like
practice.
that noise comes. Oh, yeah. Just seems like that noise comes across the street.
Yeah.
Up the street, the row of houses, over the field, and right into my bedroom window.
It doesn't even. It comes just straight across those trees. I know the trees are there to block the sound. They don't do a great job, especially in the winter time, like when the trees are empty. But those types of things, it's just funny because it's like, you can't ever avoid, poor mom can't ever avoid noises, is what I'm saying. Even, they didn't know about
my mouth, my jaw. Oh, yeah.
So she's got the TMJ where she's got, even in her head, like even if she puts in earbuds to block out the outside noises, she's still got
tinnitus.
Tinnitus?
Yeah, that's even worse than the TMJ. The TMJ is not too bad these days.
Okay.
The tinnitus is wonderful.
That's what it is.
Yes.
So even if she could block out all of the outside sound, she still got the ringing in her ears.
Yeah.
So you can understand where she's so frustrated with it. And that's part of it, I think, that you guys don't put together. I'm not saying everybody has to be a detective, but if someone's got a constant noise in their ear, then obviously I might not be making any more noise than is happening at your house, but mom doesn't have the tolerance for it because of the constant ringing in her ears already.
And I'm used to living alone. I got used to living alone.
Yeah, I got used to living
in New
alone,
York and loved it. And I'm not always a people person to begin with.
Well, no, that's fine, yeah.
I've usually been when I was a teenager, except for television shows that were downstairs that my dad watched or whatever. Yeah. But I spent a good bit of time in my room doing homework when I was in school.
I mean, that was one of the reasons we picked this house, because there was a hallway between there. We could separate the door and that type of thing. And then as we lived together, we realized that, okay, certain noises that are out here, she can still hear. When she moved her bed, it was different than when her bed was over there. When her bed was over there, it was a light issue. Now that her bed's over there, it's more of a sound issue. So we have to, but since I've been sick, I really am not up at all. And then, if Jim's playing games, he's talking to the computer, he forgets that he's got to be quiet. Yeah. Especially when he's got headphones on. He's louder than he is when he's normally talking, type of thing. Yeah, exactly.
Well, and also, excuse me, I'm sorry.
It's okay.
The timbre or vibration, I don't know exactly how to explain, of a male voice is deeper.
The bravado, yeah.
Yeah. So it's true Jim sits closer to my door than Jerry does.
Yeah.
But I have heard out here, and I presume she's still out here, you don't hear much of anything, and all of a sudden you hear Jim talking. And I know he's trying not to be loud.
I was out here.
Huh?
I wouldn't presume I was out here. You could be talking to somebody else. But yeah.
Yeah. You
got a problem with my voice?
No, she just gets startled by the fact that you're actually talking, like that somebody's here. Yeah. Those types of things.
It's just, like I said, after living alone loving it for 13 years.
Oh, yeah. Honestly, we thought she'd get more used to it faster.
Yeah.
The same thing with New York, when I was like, New York is, like she lived in Chicago for a while, and I was like, it's not city, but suburb is
that was so much fun too.
What'd you say?
Neighbors.
Oh yeah, But I was like, the suburbs, it's nothing like living in the city or whatever, but it was more than she had gotten used to over the years. Even she grew up in St. Louis, that's a city too. It's
Yeah.
not like,
Living in an apartment is slightly different than living in a house.
oh, for sure. Oh, for
And
sure.
a very well
And then with
built,
the train
sturdy.
there, and I realized the steam, you know, like
Yeah.
all those things. So, yeah. So, I like, you know, thought we thought it was something that she'd be able to accommodate or get to, you know, to tolerate or whatever. But even that 2 years of living by yourself, Jim was like in New York at
Yeah.
that point, you know.
Yeah, I still
Started to get moments of feeling lonely,
every,
but then you got,
see,
I'm sorry?
I still had noises in that apartment. I mean,
Oh,
James
for sure.
doing dishes downstairs,
Oh, yeah.
and it seemed to me like there was a renter upstairs who
Yeah.
lived kind of like behind my apartment.
Yeah.
I guess our bathrooms were back to back.
Yes.
It seemed like that poor guy had a toilet problem.
He did. It was his cancer. So, yeah.
I don't know. He was. I swear he was taking the lid off the.
You said
lid off
that
the
every
tank.
once in a while.
Yeah.
What'd you say, Jim?
Never mind.
What?
I realize what you guys are talking about.
Oh.
Oh yeah, okay, New York.
Mhm.
Okay.
That's the.
Like if his toilet was loose, that's what it
Yeah,
would sound
that's
like.
the apartment I had to stuff socks in the door. Loved
The
it.
door to go outside or the door to
You
go?
could see through it at the where it closes.
Oh.
Yeah.
Cheese and rice. Good times. Not really. So, yeah. So this new phase to have mom close, but not on top close. That's the goal. Yeah, and I'm not. I know mom's worried about the future, but I wouldn't. You know, I just put my faith in God and
Well,
things.
yeah, it's. I'm concerned. Let's put it that way.
Yeah, not worried.
I'm
Concerned.
not really worried. I'm concerned.
Yeah, but we have to see what brings this next stage for Jim.
Yeah.
We did talk about like certain areas we're thinking about. If we can move to certain areas, he keeps looking at places that he could possibly work in those areas, which is good. At least he's got that open. If the disability doesn't come through, if he can work, you know, he knows that. Oh, like I don't know what to say. Like something like a pick example. He worked at Taco Bell, so he knows that if I work at Taco Bell, which he can't because of the company, but whatever. But he's like, if I know if I work at Taco Bell, I'm probably will be able to do the window without too much trouble because it's not a ton of lifting, or you know, they're standing on my feet, but it's not a lot of bending over type things. Those are the types of things he's doing. Like, oh, the security guard company there at this place, and I think I could go back to being a security guard. You know, that's the way his mentality is going of what he could possibly do if he can do anything. So at least that's good. So he's got that under his belt, and of course, trying to figure out everything else from this moment forward type thing.
Question.
Yes.
Oh, I bet I lose it. Oh, did you say Ozempic was bad?
Did I say Ozempic was bad?
I was questioning. Chris?
No, I never said anything about Ozempic my whole life.
Okay.
I'm not taking Ozempic. Is somebody taking Ozempic?
I don't know.
Oh.
I think that was from Virginia Slims.
Oh.
She also said disability will take over a year. Sheila Hall asked Jim, have you decided what the rules will be for your lives yet?
Yes, I have. Pretty simple.
Wait. Jim.
Yes, I have just 3 simple rules. You know, we're not going to talk about Jeri and her problems. We're not going to talk about our financial issues. And definitely we're not going to talk about politics.
Just hold on to that. Virginia Slims said, Jim, you're tough enough to do security. It's the Norse in you. Oh,
Yeah, I did it in Arizona for 2.5 years, I think. And yeah, and I did some in New York. So.
And Sheila asked if you'll share them.
What?
Sheila Hall asked, will you share them with us?
I think I just shared those 3 rules.
No,
Sheila.
your live, your vlogs, your lives.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna still share my vlogs and lives. It's just I'm going to be really, especially talking about Jeri, because there's so many people who want to talk about Jeri, and it's like if you want to talk to Jerry, go to her lives or whatnot and talk to her or send her messages. I don't know.
And if my moderators have blocked you from my lives, then you don't need to be talking to Jerry.
Yeah.
Because that's the way that he wants it.
Let's see. Pickle Pear said, I'm losing track here. Something about I will be talking in my videos. Yes, I will. I'll be talking in my videos. But I also have the same rule. My first rule is this is about Jim's family. His dad, me, and him. It has nothing to do with Jim and Jerry. You wanted to hear stories, I will tell you stories. And I will show pictures when I find them all. But I'm not going to be answering questions about Jim and Jerry.
Well, here's the thing. I'm sorry. As these things are coming up, Jim's rules and my rules, and I get it. But I just wonder, you guys think our relationship is like so toxic for all the years we've been together that there's that much to talk about that's negative? I mean, I understand you don't want to just talk about us. You want to talk about the negative things in our relationship because who cares?
The thing is,
Talking on top of me or what? What's your part?
well, the reason why I don't want to talk about you is because there are certain people who want to take it over and bring up the toxic parts when I'm trying to talk about the positive parts.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
And I know that a lot of people will say that I'm the one bringing it up, but not always.
Yeah. And I think that what I find to be very cruel, and that's when I talked about being evil and vile before, but you're also very cruel when you take somebody's vulnerabilities and use it to your advantage. And like I said, that's just fucked up, but I'll say cruel. For example, is that when Jim's low and you think that you're helping him by telling him how terrible I am, you're really just kicking him when he's down. You're not really trying to help lift him up. It feels like that to you because you hate me so much, but it's really not helpful to him, his relationship with his wife, his marriage, or his life in general. Because then you could start to question, you put in his head that you start to question. And he's very influential. You say it all the time. You tell him that he's drinking my Kool-Aid. Well, what do you think I'm saying to him? Stop listening to these fools. They don't know you. They don't know me. You always talk about it's the best part. That's the best part, Mom, because you're drinking the Kool-Aid too now, apparently. Did you ever think maybe that you guys have the Kool-Aid? Did you ever think maybe like you have no idea what you're talking about? Yes. Can my mother-in-law get frustrated with me and frustrated with the situation? Absolutely. Do you think I get frustrated with my mother-in-law frustrated with the situation? Absolutely. Do you think Jim does for both of us? Absolutely. We're human beings. Tell me how perfect you are that you don't get frustrated with the things around your life that you can't change or control at the moment, or a situation that is blown up in your face. And this thing that you guys are all doing is not making our situation better at all. At all. Pointing out all the frustrations and pointing all the things that you think are toxic and da 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 da. That doesn't help anybody. It's not helping Mom. It's not helping me. It's not helping Jim. It's only helping your damn selves. And that's what's really, really upsetting. What I got upset about last week was, I kept asking everybody, like my friends, what did I ever do to Mom or to these people that makes them feel this way about me? Like, I've tried my entire adult life to be liked by everybody. It's generational, it's my zodiac, it's my learning disabilities, it's my upbringing. I have tried my entire adult life to be likable. What did I do to you people to make you feel like this about me? Or to say these things about me? First of all, like, I know that you're strangers on the internet and I open myself up to the internet. Da 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 da. But, okay, but why though? Like, I appreciate that you're allowed to say your opinion, you're allowed to have an opinion, but why do you come up with this opinion? What did I do in my history that allowed you to come up with this opinion about me? I not allowed you, but influenced you. I say about Mom. What did I ever do to Mom to make her feel that way about me? I feel like I've done nothing but try to be kind and discuss when we have problems and keep our communication lines open. And no, we're not the perfect yin and yang mesh person, like, balance or whatever. I guess that's better. That is actually true. We probably do yin and yang, but they don't always get along. I'm quiet. She's quiet, I'm loud. She's delicate, I'm not. Those types of things. Like, I understand, but none of those things would make you, like, make her want to hate me, or make her want to be mean to me, or make her want to shut me down or keep me down or push me down or any of that stuff. So, like, where did that come from, And I have felt in the past that I've been, like, ranked as not an important person in her life, but that's just, I felt like at that point that was just oversight more than anything else. So it was that's what I was dealing with last week. And I've dealt it with these people on the internet for a long time. Like, what did I ever do to you to make you feel that way about me? People who said I was lazy, I'm like, first of all, you didn't know me before 2016. But since 2016, what in all of the things that I have shared make you feel like I'm lazy? When I get up and clean my house, or decorate my house, or go shopping on the internet, or do a live stream, or a haul, or get stuff in and out of my car, or clean my, what is that? Where in that did you get the idea that I'm a lazy person? So it's like, eye roll, like, I just don't get it. So that was part of, like, the biggest thing that I worked on all week, is that my relationship with my mother-in-law is very important to me. My relationship with you is not. And I don't mean everybody, obviously. If I love you, I love everybody. But if you know what I'm talking about, the people who are critical of me, my relationship with them is not important to me. I don't care. They are virtual strangers, virtually, like, literally, that's the idea of virtual, on the internet. And I'm like, I don't care what your opinion is of me. But I care when you influence my family's opinions of me. And I say that because if my family felt this way about me, they've had 10, 20, 25 years to tell me before you entered the picture. And we've talked about lots of things, so why wouldn't this have come up? And I do know that my family's feelings towards me has changed since I got sick. Not in the way that conventionally you would think. But I know that's changed because I've changed. And our situation has changed. And plans for our future have changed, and things that I promised that I would be able to do have changed. But that's just the nature of it, And then we go with the flow. So I'm just curious. Do you have lots to say? Because you look, you're fidgety over there. Like,
No, I'm fidgety because I'm trying to.
Can I read some comments?
yeah, of course.
I've missed a lot. So,
Okay.
Virginia Slims asked, said Jerry, someone asked if you made it to the doctor.
No, I haven't been to the doctor yet.
Sheila Hall said, I have never tried to be negative, but was just hurt when Jim said he only wanted to talk about himself and didn't want us to talk to each other. I just want to know if that's going to be the rule.
No, he just was having a meltdown. That's what, I don't know if you just got here, Sheila, but we were talking on that a little bit before. And he apologized for it. So he,
Bluegrass Lover said, I made a wreath using her guidance once. Little red truck Christmas thing.
Oh, okay.
Let's see.
The little one with I just want to ask, the little one with the trees on it, or like the mesh wreath with a truck in the middle? What?
She said red.
I know, that's what I'm asking. Okay. Sorry.
Let's see. Kim Champney said, if you don't want a channel to talk about things to share, not to talk about crap, or you shouldn't have a YouTube channel. I don't quite understand that.
Yeah, I read that too.
Just read it to me again, verbatim, Mom.
No, if you want a channel to talk about things to share, not to talk about crap, or you shouldn't have a YouTube channel.
Oh yeah, that doesn't make sense to me either. Why are you looking at me like that?
Wait,
hold on a second. Why are you looking at me like that?
Because I started to say something and you jumped on.
You don't have your microphone on. Nobody heard you say anything, and I asked her to repeat the question to me.
Yeah, as I was trying to say something, but.
Oh, sorry, I didn't know that.
It's out of my mind.
Okay. Virginia Slim said, Jerry, you have been a servant to the public. The only criticism I have is for you to get healthier. Be mindful.
Well, I would love to rewind time and not have cancer, but that's not really up to me, I don't think, because nobody knows how I got it. And it's not because I'm obese, just so you know. A lot of people think that, but it's not why. But, okay, thanks. And another thing is, healthy and size have nothing to do with each other. You know that, right? Okay. Just as long as you know. I hope you know that. I hope you know that.
Yeah, I mean, my father's size was not an issue for him.
Well, not to him.
Yeah, I was going to say not to him.
Okay.
We don't know. Well, we know a lot about genetic diseases like heart problems, blood problems. Because most of my dad's side of the family has had one or more heart related problems or blood related problems. I mean,
yeah.
My Aunt Kay, his sister, survived multiple heart attacks, had stents, had all kinds of medical procedures done to her to keep her up and running. And yeah, I know that's funny. We believe the only reason why she survived as long as she did is because of my father. You know, and once he passed, she was like, "All right, I'm done." You know.
Yeah. He died in July, and along about the end of September or so, she told her family. She lived in California, so I wasn't there, but she told her family, "You stopped talking about Jim. Has he died?" And they said yes. And she died a few weeks later.
Aw.
Yeah.
I didn't know she was that far out of it. That she didn't know.
Yeah, she was in the hospital in very serious condition.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
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 Oh, wow.
But the whole family, his brother, except for his older brother, the oldest brother, Pam's dad.
Yeah.
They were all overweight. They all had heart problems. Well, the three I knew, basically, Jim, his sister, and his brother. His brother had had a major heart. Well, they moved to Phoenix from Chicago in 1969, and he had gotten some kind of a infection. They said possibly came from motel rooms that the shower wasn't cleaned properly, and it moved up his legs, from his feet up his legs, and he was not in real good shape and couldn't work for quite some time. When they moved, they had enough money saved to last them 6 months, but he couldn't, in case he couldn't find a job, right away. And I think about the end of that time, I think is when he started working at the Capitol building.
Oh, okay.
Phoenix, Arizona State Capitol.
Oh, okay.
And but they bought a house that was in foreclosure in a very nice neighborhood. I mean, it wasn't uppity up, but it was very nice neighborhood, and their neighbors were all so nice to them. They came home Easter, like I said, it was probably the Easter after they moved, and here's a box of food with a turkey and everything on there. They had been voted the neighborhood's neediest family, I guess, or the one, so all the neighbors pitched in.
That's cool.
And they have stayed in contact with most, some of them still. I talked to the widow of one man, and I see her on Facebook.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to remember exactly where the other ones went, because okay, I stay in touch with them, but I'm sure that the family, is still in touch. They had the chief of police living behind them.
Oh, that's funny.
And yeah, I'm trying to remember. I didn't go to his funeral, but Jim was home from Thailand at the time, and he did go out to the funeral. He said there were quite a few people there, and the one couple in particular, we used to see them quite often at his sister-in-law's house. In fact, one of the pictures, when I get a hold of pictures and get everything together, is Jim with Barry, the man.
Oh, okay.
Across the street from
the
old neighborhood, because they had moved into a different house.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that.
Yeah. So that's my story. Sticking to it. So they've all kinds of
all kinds of shooting by.
Pickleball Gal says there is absolutely a medical correlation between morbid obesity and diseases of all kinds.
There absolutely is not. Oh, of all kinds, sure, but not cancer. Sorry, I take that back. Well, here's the thing. That's what they're learning now. So they realize that they're learning now that morbid obesity is a symptom, not a cause. So it's a symptom of many times, or more than often, more than not, it's a symptom of insulin resistance, which is genetic. And then what they're realizing now, though, is how do you know this causes that? Because we look at the people who have it and we say, okay, 60% of the people are morbid obese, da da da, but how do you know that 60% of the people, I'm just picking numbers, this isn't real statistics, but 60% of the people with kidney cancer are morbidly obese. But how do you know that it's not the other way around? How do you know that predisposition to kidney cancer causes morbid obesity? So basically what I'm trying to say is that it's not all about calories. And you know this because look, before I had cancer, I was diagnosed with diabetes in 2010. Okay? And before 2010, I was 387 pounds. I had arthritis since I was 20 because of playing ball and because of genetics. And before that, I was in better health than both of them. They both had genetically terrible cholesterol, blood pressure issues. Their mom had blood pressure issues, um, outrageous cholesterol. Why do you look at faces for? She had low potassium, all these things. Obviously, she's younger than me, but I picked Jim because the same thing. I was in better shape than all of them. When I first found out I was diabetic, my cholesterol was like 97. And I said to the doctor, I was just recently, I said, yeah, I've never had a problem with cholesterol. She's like, well, now they changed the numbers. And I was like, they want lower cholesterol for people with diabetes. They want it to be under 70. And I'm like, under 70? That's not even eating protein. That's eating beans. Like, it's something with no cholesterol. So it's kind of funny. I think that stemmed from a lot of people with diabetes being keto. And keto's got, plus fat, plus fat. So I think that's probably what's happening is that people try to go on keto to balance their diabetes. And then when they get off of it, they have this crazy uber high cholesterol issues. I'm not really sure. But she didn't really know why they changed it either. But anyhow, yeah, I mean, there's a lot of there's a lot of crossover, like a Venn diagram, somebody who's morbidly obese to like all these diseases, but what's the cause and what's the effect? That's part. Yeah, being fat didn't give me arthritis because mom's got arthritis and she's not fat at all. Like she got zero fat molecules in her body. So we could just say you don't have to have obesity to have arthritis. Now, does my arthritis get worse because I'm fat? Maybe. My muscles are also stronger than hers. Like, I can easily carry 300 pounds. She can't. Like, you know what I mean? So it's kind of like all these things you think, like, yeah, this is what they say. Who are they? They also do not have learning of medical stuff from the point of view of a woman until just recently. They're starting to realize that men and women are different. It only took them, I don't know, hundreds of thousands of years to realize that. No, I mean, how long have they been practicing medicine? Since BC, since 2000 BC, maybe 4000, 10,000 BC. When were the Egyptians? When they studied and opened up the anatomy to learn about anatomy, they only did it on men. They never looked at women. Assuming we were all the same, even though we had totally different bodies and genetics and DNA, whatever. That's a whole other story for another day. We won't even get into like different nationalities being different too. We won't even get into that. We'll just talk about men and women in general. So when my mom had her heart attack in 1991, the doctor came in the ER and said, oh no, women don't have heart attacks. That was 1991. That wasn't that long ago. That was 33 years ago. Women don't have heart attacks. As my mom is dying, waiting for, like, she needed a pacemaker kind of thing. Can you go get her? I think she's ready to come back out. I'm sorry, just that she's barking so much. Do you want me to do anything with that? Are you online or are you on the app? Are you on the website or are you on the app?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. When I go on the website, that's when you can blow up the comments. I can't blow up the comments on the app.
Oh.
Anyway, so like what we know now versus what we know when you learned it. You know, maybe just like read more, educate yourself a tiny bit more. I'm not trying to say that you're ignorant or arrogant. I'm not trying to say any of that stuff. I'm not trying to say stupid, but just read more than just like one person's piece of information. All right. And then this all started for me. Geez, I was living here, but it was recently after we moved. So maybe 2013, 2000. There was a guy who did a TED talk. He was an emergency room doctor, and he did a TED talk about the correlation between diabetes and morbid obesity. And he realized at that moment, so that was like 2013, and he's an ER doctor, that what's the cause and effect? Like, I notice all these people who have morbid obesity have diabetes, but there's also people with diabetes, type 2 diabetes, who are thin. So it's not the only factor. What else is the other factors? And then you've come to find out that, you know, what's the cause and what's the effect. The way my body processes carbohydrates is different than yours. And if it stores it as fat immediately, because it doesn't know how to work, I might not be having more carbs than you, but just my body can't process them. Do you see what I'm saying? And there is no thing on the study that says, oh, by the way, a fat molecule stops the insulin from working. It doesn't work that way. They just know. It's just, it doesn't work the same. And that's what they do know. So you did get a new big bone from Daddy yesterday. I didn't. No, yeah, I didn't see this one. The only one I saw was the one with the two chewed ends.
Again, I'm missing a lot of comments here. Let's go. Aaron is here. Oh, the Aaron Anderson. Renee W. said you would feel so much better with less weight.
Yeah, I don't think that's true at all, as a matter of fact. Thank you, though, for asking. I don't know how it would feel with much less weight, because the only time I had much less weight is I was on chemotherapy. I didn't feel better. So I don't believe that that's true. But I appreciate that. Here's the thing. You don't know what's making me feel bad. So how can you tell me I feel better with less weight? Maybe if I had less weight, my hips would hurt more because they would hit the bed differently. Like the fact that I lost all this weight in my ass and now my tailbone hurts every time I sit down. That's not really nice. I don't like it. So, I mean, you're just presuming that that's what the case would be.
Okay.
Sorry, my bad.
People are saying they don't care about your weight. That's.
Oh yeah, that's fine. I didn't say you did. I'm just saying like that's the assumption we'd say about what the correlation between morbid obesity has on disease, as opposed to the other way around. What diseases have a side effect of morbid obesity? Okay.
Nellie was saying hi to Oreo.
Oh, you say hi, Nellie? Can you say hi, Nellie? Can you say hi to Nellie? Good girl. Thank you.
Renee W. said, I'm 240 and felt better when I weighed 163.
Oh, well, that's different. See, this is another thing we'll bring up. Because the last time I was 163, I was in 4th grade. I was 9 years old. I don't know what I'd feel like at 163 in this body. My body doesn't know how to work like that. That's why my resting blood sugar is higher than normal people's resting blood sugar, because I don't feel good when it's below 100. And I didn't feel good before, and now I know why. I don't feel like I have energy. I feel like I'm in a low blood sugar thing. Anything below 120, I feel like I'm in a low. And sometimes it's like 123, and I feel that way. But it's just that's the way my body is working, and that's what's happening at the time, you know. I love my new medication regimen. I am just in love with it. I love the fact that I got the Dexcom, and I don't have to stick my finger 20,000 freaking times a day just to see when I'm not feeling good or when I'm feeling good. I love the Dexcom because I now can gauge. Oh man, I really feel like crap. What is my blood sugar? You know, like, oh, I just pick up the thing and I'm like, oh great, okay. So it's 135. So that feeling that I'm having right now is not about my blood sugar, like whatever it is, you know, or the opposite, or oh, it is. This feeling that I'm having is maybe my blood sugar is too high, or it's too low, or whatever it is. So, yeah, that's what I was saying. Sorry.
There's a lot of comments about
That's okay.
weight.
Oh, that's fine.
Let's see. My co-host Nest with Rebecca said, worst thing to say to a plus-size woman is you have such a beautiful face if you just lose weight.
Oh my God.
I hear it all the time until I got healthy. I felt like I think she means a slap in my face each time I heard it.
Well, yeah. So when I was 16, I started working at a grocery store in the more affluent neighborhood to the north of where I grew up. And if I heard it once a day, I heard it 90 times a day. The most, the most prevalent group of that said it were old Jewish women. They would always come down the aisle and be like, "Oh, you such a pretty face. If only could lose some weight." And I'm like, but if I lose weight, is my face going to be just as pretty? Am I going to look gaunt or gross? Am I going to have sunken in eyes? Like, you don't know I'm going to be pretty if I lose weight. But I never correlated. That's why one of the things, like when I turned 18 and my brother changed things for me, I, you know, I just was, okay, this is what it is, I love me. And in fact, I posted a picture. I've been really like loving this AI filters that they have on Facebook that basically takes your profile picture. And I say it's your profile picture because in my profile picture I have glasses, and sometimes they put the glasses, like I have to like edit the glasses out or whatever. But I put this picture on there, and I did the edit option, and it looked a lot like me. And I made a comment, and I said, this is why God gave me the body he gave me, because if I looked like this and was thin or whatever, then, or I had this body or whatever, then it wouldn't be fair that I had this heart and this brain and this and this body that would be fair to the rest of them or whatever. And I said as a joke, but of course people came in the comments and had their things to say and things that didn't make sense. And I was like, what are you trying to say here? I don't really know if this is a diss or a compliment. Behind my back, unfortunately. Do you want to get, is there another side pillow next to you or a blanket you can put down there? No, just don't put it on you. Just put it, oh, okay. Sorry, Mom.
No, I was just trying to, there was one Betty said, hi, Jerry, Jim,
Hi, Betty.
Sally. This is Chatty Hag. I'm looking forward to summer and time off with less chaos. This is quite a surprise.
Are you a teacher?
I don't know.
No, so I was asking her, Mom.
Chatty Hag, I think she might have a channel, but I'm not sure.
Oh, no, that's what I was asking her, Mom.
Huh?
I was asking her. It's okay. That's what I said. Are you a teacher? Are you a teacher?
She said, this is quite the surprise news. Although, Jerry, I'm sure it's been rough. I couldn't handle.
Oh, maybe she's just catching up to the beginning of the video.
Oh.
About not being public all the time anymore.
Pickle Pear said, any doctor will tell you that your weight isn't healthy. Makes your heart work harder.
It depends. It depends on how much cholesterol you have in your heart. That's what makes your heart work harder, and how much fluid you have around your heart. And all those things are prevalent in people with morbid obesity, but they're also prevalent in skinny people, and people who smoke, and people who drink, and people who have, I already said, high cholesterol, high blood pressure. All those things are attributed to it. Yeah, I understand. Okay. But here's another thing you have to realize. My heart and muscles and joints have been working the exact same since birth, because I've always packed on 50% BMI to 60% BMI. It's been a continuous thing for me. So my body doesn't know how to work any differently. And I really didn't have any issues until after I turned 40. I mean, honestly, that was when it first started. Everything started. Psoriasis I played ball, and I was really, really rough on my body. I played volleyball and played softball constantly. Like I've mentioned a million times, I was the catcher, so you do lots of squats. However, I probably would have got arthritis that young anyway, because my family all had it, like my father. But it never stopped us. My dad used to tell stories about climbing up the ladder with 3 50-pound bags of cement over his shoulder. And I'm like, yeah, brag much. And but it's the truth, My brother was in his 30s when his shoulders went bad, and we would tease him, like I told you, we tease each other as our love language is. He went to go throw a football or baseball at the family picnic, and he threw it, and it was like a terrible throw, and he's like, yep, it's over. So now me and my sister-in-law will bust his balls all the time, like, it's over. But it's just the nature of the thing. And none of my brothers and sisters were overweight when they were young or little, like I was. One sister, gained weight when she was in first grade because she broke her leg, and then really, really struggled with her weight And the rest of them didn't gain weight until they were adults, like adults. My two sisters didn't really gain weight until after they had kids. And my older brother didn't gain weight until after he was a police officer, he got injured on the job, and they put him behind a desk. And that's pretty much about the time that his body started changing, like at an age where his body started changing anyway. You have 2 fingers up for 2 hours? Oh, okay. Well, it's distracting, though. I understand. I appreciate that, though. So, sorry. So, like, they are all morbid obese, and I come from a family of people who are morbidly obese, but they weren't since they were young. My little brother was. I tried really hard to keep him active, but it was just inevitable. And I know now that that's why it's only picks some people in your family, because not everybody has the predisposition to have the insulin resistance. So, anyhow, sorry.
No, I mean, again, so many of the questions, the things go by.
Yeah.
Went up a little bit. Beverly Elliott said, Jerry, it is hard on your body with that weight. Pickle Pear said that's because your body had its toll.
What is because my body had its toll?
Probably something you said. And
oh, okay. That's why I'm curious. What?
Yeah.
I didn't mean, again, I'm not asking Mom what I asked.
Possibly the only thing, I mean, it's been the topic, is your weight.
Yeah, but bodies has its toll. What's the toll, I guess? I should be more specific.
Carrying the weight. And that's,
I don't know either.
Something about Travis and Jason. I don't know what they're talking about.
Travis and Jason.
I don't know what they're talking about.
Oh, okay. Is that a
Betty's,
channel? I'm curious. Is that a channel? I'm curious.
I don't know. Betty said, no, Sally, I never had a channel. I was just a viewer, but had, yeah, Betty, I think just about everybody who gets on YouTube has a channel.
No,
but they don't do anything. They automatically had a channel.
Well, you have a username.
Yes.
Yeah, you have a username, and they call it a channel. But what the vernacular of having a channel is posting things.
Yeah. Yes, and I don't.
So, like, what Mom's saying is, as a moderator, if you click on somebody's thing, it says "see channel," even if you never posted anything on your channel, even if you just created your profile for this morning's chat because you're blocked on your 47 other names, it'll still say "see channel."
Okay.
Is that thunder?
No, my coziness said, why does a plus-size woman have to justify her weight to anyone?
She doesn't.
Personal weight and health, it's just that personal.
Exactly. Oh, excuse me. Yeah, excuse me. I love you. But no, I gotta talk to the people. I gotta talk to the people. I gotta talk to the people. Or else it's time to stop the live stream. No, just kidding. Go ahead.
Nellie asked how I'm feeling today. Well, my stomach was a little this morning, and feeling better.
No,
so
no knows it.
I need to put some food in. No knows it
soon. Yes, we're gonna
make some breakfast. Crafting Queen asked when we're moving. We have no idea.
What you do is say a prayer for us, and maybe we'll get moving faster.
She asked Cat.
I said say a prayer for us, and that'll get us moving faster. Is what I said.
She'll Hall asked if Jim, if you're doing a live today.
I just answered yes, I am.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Simply Karen, I believe I don't remember seeing her name earlier, said, asked Jerry to explain again what her channel will be like going forward. I think there's been some.
Oh, no, it's so in the description box of this video and every video is my email address. If you would like to see the videos in the future, please email me. I will send you a link once a week when we're going to go live. And if I find you being inappropriate or hateful or X, Y, and Z in the comments, or if I see my channel's videos on another website, then I will go ahead and remove you, and you will no longer be permissive to see my videos. So I'm not worried about the income. I'm just worried about you guys feeling connected to me, and I want you guys to continue to be connected to me. So those who care will know. Okay.
Betty said, I've never posted anything about having a channel.
Yeah.
No, I've never posted anything either. I don't know how. Virginia Slim says, what's for supper?
What's for supper?
What's for supper?
Well, first we're going to have breakfast. And we're hungry, but now I'm like, do we have an hour to make breakfast? Probably not, right? It's lunchtime already.
I'm sorry, what was
Do
that?
we have an hour to make breakfast? We really don't, right?
What do you mean?
I was going to do the quiche today. It's 2?
2:04.
Yeah.
Oh.
That means we wouldn't eat dinner. We wouldn't eat breakfast until almost 4 o'clock.
Okay.
Well, I have to make food before I do my live.
Do you want to? No. I said we were supposed to have the quiche this morning.
Oh, it's a little that. It's a
Yeah,
little late for
that's
that.
a little late for that. Yeah.
Okay.
Does she have a water outside?
I don't think she
No,
does.
she does not.
Yeah, it's hot out
done that
there.
yet.
Yeah, it's hot.
My cozy
Sorry,
mess with
guys.
Rebecca said, I did OptiFast, MetaFast, and nylon bubble. A nylon bubble put in my stomach back in 1990. Fen got a heart murmur from that, gained over 200 pounds, and I finally found what works for me. She doesn't say what it is.
Oh, well, let us know.
Yeah.
So back in 1980, I know, right? Back in 1980, my sisters and I were put into a drug trial at the local, not local, the county hospital. Basically, poor people. We were all given a diet medication. I was given a different one, and I think they thought I was a boy. That's why, because they had written my name Jerry like a boy, and come to find out that it was fen, and I had lost a lot of weight that week I was at camp. I got it right before I went to camp, and then I had to go up to the nurse's station every day to get it. I always lost weight at camp because there's so much activity, everyday activity, and not just oh, Jerry, when you're home, do you just sit around? No, in the summertime, I'm active, but this is obstacle courses and hikes and stuff, active. But anyhow, and also not meal restrictions, you're restricted on how much that you can eat, but I was poor and I couldn't afford canteen money, so the other kids, as they were snacking all day, I wasn't. Anyway, I digress. So I was on we were on fen. I was on fen, and I didn't. Yeah, my mom took it right off. As soon as she found out what it was, I was like, nope, too much. Sorry, had too many complications. I've tried everything. So I've been dieting. My first time I went to Overeaters Anonymous, I was 14, and that was just I went to Think Thin. You guys know Think Thin back in the day. It was basically low carb. But I went to Think Thin. I went to Weight Watchers several times. I never did anything that cost a lot of money. So Nutrisystem was too expensive. Jenny Craig was too expensive. Even Weight Watchers, they had a Weight Watchers pre-packaged meal thing, such as they tried to do. I couldn't afford to do that. So it was just whatever I could do at home. I was on Dick Gregory's Bohemian Diet, which was shakes. I was on, who doesn't love Deal a Meal by Richard Simmons? We were on that. So I've been dieting. I tell everybody as a joke. I've been dieting since I'm 7. But it's the truth. My parents have had me on a restriction since I'm 7, but it's worked really great. All I think it did was make the insulin resistance worse, because limiting carbohydrates, and I don't mean limiting taking them all out, but limiting them. So if your body is looking for these carbohydrates because you're insulin resistant and you don't give them to them except once in a while, then they're it's kind of like that starvation diet. You're not supposed to starve yourself, because then when your body eats, it's going to pack on all the fat. The same thing happens with the carbohydrates. When you're insulin resistant, they're like, oh my gosh, we finally got the carbs, put them away. Yeah. And the other thing we don't talk about as adults in 2024 is I was asthmatic. Well, I had chronic bronchitis. I wasn't asthmatic. They thought I was for a while, but I wasn't. I had chronic bronchitis growing up, whether it was the mold in my house or the 1,000 people smoking or whatever genetic thing caused me to have bronchitis. I couldn't run like all the other kids. I lost my breath, and it wasn't because I was overweight. It's what caused me to be overweight, because I couldn't participate in the running activities like the other kids. Let's put it that way. I would only hit singles or home runs when I was playing softball. That's it. I had singles or home runs. I think I was talking about that a couple of weeks ago. Now that I think about it, I'm having a flash memory. And the same thing with basketball. I'd be like, yeah, I'm going to play defense. And I'm just going to stay. I mean, not defense. I'm going to just stay by the basket. You guys run down the thing and I'll just watch the basket, those types of things. So, I never had upper physical strength like I do now. Like when we did gymnastics at school, I could hang myself from the rings, but that's about it. I couldn't pick myself up from the rings. I never climbed fences or trees. Um, I mostly was very scared about that. I never rode a bike because we didn't have bikes. Because my brother, when I was born, about the time I was born, my brother got hit by a car on a bike. My mom was like, no more bikes. But by then, everybody else learned how to ride a bike. So it was just me that got punished. Just those kinds of things, it's like, I think little things that happen throughout the years nobody realizes just added up and added up and added up. So that's what it is. Um, Sorry, I don't even know what that was about. Oh.
Again, well, there's a please read here. So Sheila Hall said, to everyone, including the Hensons, please watch you say even when you are mad or have a difference of opinion. Words can be so hurtful even when not intended to be.
Oh, absolutely. Just to touch on Sheila's, that's what Jimmy and I were talking about a lot recently, is that um, it's not how you send out the message, it's how it's received. And that's why you have to not apologize by saying, I'm sorry, I didn't mean it that way. You have to say, I'm sorry that my words hurt you. Like, that's the way you have to apologize these days, because I am sorry that my words hurt you. And then you can go back and say, ill will was never my intention. It was never a thought in my brain that what I was saying was going to hurt you, or I would never have said it. And we've talked about this a lot, because I just, things that were normal conversations 6 or 7 years ago, and now he's become sensitive to. And, we have to talk. And same thing, me too. I'm just from my perspective. So you definitely, Sheila, that's right. You definitely have to be careful what you say. And again, you just say, I'm sorry that my words hurt you. That was never my intention. Those types of things. Sorry, go ahead.
I'm trying to, some of the things started already.
Yes, okay.
Betty, I believe, has had either a loss. I'm sorry, Betty. So her son,
Oh, I'm so
young,
sorry.
died. And she said, just trying to hold on to the Lord.
Oh, yeah. I'm so sorry. That's like
yes.
the worst. You're never supposed to outlive your children.
Yes. Rachel Rose said, Betty, keep holding on to him. I don't quite understand this. Betty said, anyone reading this, and to Jerry, Jim, and Sally, I only had the Chatty Hag channel. She was Chatty Hag, and I don't know why she said she only had it, but she had the Chatty Hag channel.
And now she's got Betty. Now she's Betty.
Yes, she said she was taking a break.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that.
Yeah. Oh. Somebody mentioned having Chinese for dinner, I guess, and Virginia Slim said, I'm hungry for Chinese now.
Yeah. Jim loves Chinese. I mean, we all do, but yeah. Jim's always like, can we just get Chinese?
Some General Tso's, dumplings.
Let's see. Bluegrass Lover said, I think we all need some kind of healing. Sad for your precious heart, Betty.
Yeah.
Renee said something about Jerry said she had 47 channels. I think she was just mentioning in that as, I don't care if you have 47 channels. I mean.
Oh, that I said Betty has 47 channels?
Well, I don't know if she misunderstood or if she meant that you said you had 47 channels. No. What she said was something to the effect, if I can remember it, haha, that I don't care. She doesn't care if you have 47 channels out there. That whatever your name you're using in her life or in her future lives, I believe, that's, if she blocks you on a future life and you come back with another name, you still have the same attitude, I would think. You would still be blocked.
Oh, I see. Oh, yeah.
Unless I'm...
That's okay. I'm just trying to think of what it was. Yeah. I don't remember, honestly. And it's funny because that's the kind of thing where you're like, oh, they're going to use this later. I just say you're like, they're going to use this later, but that's fine. I just think it's funny. Yeah, I don't remember that at all. I don't remember. 47 sounds right because 47 is the word I use for the make-believe number. It's 47, 4700, 47,000. That's why I always do 47. So,
Um,
or 56. That's the other
so
47, 56. 56 million trillions. Sorry, Mom. Go ahead.
no, I'm just saying. Betty said because Jerry said that, and it hurt me, and I don't know what she's referring to. So, like I said, some of these things have already gone on.
Yeah, I don't know. Well, I'm
Crafting,
sorry again if I.
Crafting Queen said, "Where are you taking Sally for dinner?" If we feel up to it, we're planning on going to Longhorn.
Oh, for
Which,
Mother's Day.
yeah,
Yeah.
which we haven't been to yet. They just opened here in town not
Yeah.
too long ago, and we've been saying, "Gotta go."
And Mona gave us a gift certificate
Yeah, that's
for us to go for Valentine's Day, but since we don't get out that much, we thought it make it better to make it a whole family thing. And Mother's Day is a great idea, a great time to do it. Mom can get her flows filet, medium well, no pink.
Yeah, no spices,
and no spices.
no extra spices.
I don't know. Do they put on the flows filet? They put
I
salt.
can't remember.
Okay.
Because it's
the one time we went to Colombia. That's when they had returned yours and mine. Like they made mine overcooked and they made yours spicy, even though we said none.
Yeah.
We got like a whole free lunch.
So yeah, I usually try to remember. If I don't, Jerry does. Usually.
I try. Yeah, I try.
No spices. Medium well, more to the well.
Yeah.
No
And like if she's getting French fries, some places I'll be like crispy fries, or hash browns. When you say like hash browns at Denny's,
yeah.
Like, Mom, do you want well done hash browns today?
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. Okay. Betty was trying to say she only had one channel but changed her name. Betty.
Oh, okay. So you're not Chatty Hag anymore. You're just Betty, and it's just just at Betty or
Betty.
Just Betty. Okay.
Betty.
What color is her?
Yeah, it's a golden brown to brown, more brown. It's kind of fades from more of a orange.
Oh, like a. Is it a picture or is it a letter?
No, it's just a round circle.
Oh, okay. Oh, not her, not the letter though. Like a person has. Oh, okay. Okay.
Secret Sapphire said, "Wow, Mona is so generous. She certainly is."
Oh, yes, she is.
Definitely.
She's very sweet.
Yes.
She's also a great, like a great graphic artist. She does T-shirts and cups. I share them on Facebook. Whenever I can see, whenever one comes up on my feed, I go ahead and share it on Facebook because she ships. So I don't care if my family in New York sees them. She's doing a lot on autism now. Autism Awareness Month is April, which is over, but she still has all these great things coming out. She actually has this one mug, this one cup, and I'm like, Jim said I can't get any more cups, but come on, this is really cute. Like,
no, I saw one today.
5 go.
I saw one today. The Be Kind.
Yeah, the T-shirt with the autism.
I like that one.
Yeah, it's really pretty.
Okay.
She does a really great job. I mean, I've seen her other stuff too. She does like personal. Ma'am, that's rude. She does like personalized.
Oh, go ahead.
Go ahead.
No. No. Monique, I'm sorry. Monique said, I love Longhorn Half Moon. Yes, it's been a long time since we've been to one.
Yeah.
We used to go up to Columbia every couple months, but haven't been there for several years. So.
And then Springfield for Mother's Day sometimes we go, or go into the city for your birthday or whatever. But
now they have one.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, Secret Sapphire asked where you went, Jim, just now.
Oh, change your shirt, it looks like.
Change my shirt. Use the facilities.
Virginia Slim says, get all dressed up and go out on the town. If I try to get dressed up, I think my clothes would fall off of me. Honestly. It's going to be jeans and a t-shirt.
I basically went and got changed from my pajamas to house clothes. Of course, I had to empty my bladder, so that was one of the main places I went. Thank you, Nellie, about my t-shirt. She loves it. She loves my Viking t-shirt. Nope.
Let's see. Betty said, it's okay, Jerry, I just dried all my makeup off.
Oh.
Maybe I'll see you again. I will say that I am chatty.
Oh, okay.
Monique.
Oh no, I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm sorry about your loss of your son, and I don't know if I said anything that made her feel bad, but I'm sorry if I did. I didn't even realize I was addressing you, so I apologize. Yeah, I feel bad now. especially everything you're going through.
Yeah. Monique asked, "Do you have a Texas Roadhouse nearby?" No.
No, we have to go into St. Louis for that.
Secret Sapphire asked Mona, "Do you have an Etsy?"
Does Mona have an Etsy? I know you're asking Mona, but I feel like just I've seen Marketplace, but I don't know. That's a good question. Mona, if you have an Etsy, let me know. I'll share it. Oh, God bless you. There's no more coffee. Look, it's all gone. No, you can't lick the cup because coffee's not good for dogs.
Betty said, "It's just temporary info until I figure out what I want to do."
Oh, okay.
I guess her name. As I said, I
You
just
can
need to
talk.
heal from losing my son.
Oh, yeah.
Surrounding myself this summer with loved ones.
Oh,
Yes,
yes,
that's right.
definitely, definitely. I meant to ask, did she tell us whether or not she was a teacher having the summer off?
If she did, I missed it.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
Baby, you're hurting Mommy's knee. Off. Come on, off. Thank you. Good girl.
Okay. What? Virginia said, "I like to throw peanuts on the floor." Did they do that? Oh, that must be Texas Roadhouse. We had, out in Phoenix, we had, I think it was called the Big Apple or something close to that. Something about an apple. Where they had the peanut shells on the floor.
Oh. Well, at Colton's they get peanuts, but not all the shells on the floor. I've never been to the Texas Roadhouse where peanut shells have been on the floor. We just throw them in the bucket. So they give you a bucket to throw them in. Or do they? Texas Roadhouse got the good rolls. They got the ones that like people come just to buy rolls.
Mm-hmm.
But we have a steakhouse called Colton's, which is very, very similar. They have the yeast rolls with the honey butter and stuff. It's really good. Well, they don't have honey butter. They have butter and honey. You pick yours.
Mona said she's working on an
On a t-shirt? Oh, on Etsy shop.
Uh-huh.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I thought I heard
misunderstood. Unless I'm she said, "Secret, I do have one I'm working on." There's no period there, so I think she has one. I'm working on adding more stuff to give me a second. Oh, to it. Give me a second. I will post it.
Oh, okay. Cool. Thought you did, and I wasn't sure. I was like, wait. I just keep seeing the Marketplace.
Yeah, I can see it now.
What does the phone say, Jim? The phone. It's got something on there. It's a message.
Oh.
Is it my alarm?
No, it's your little bat.
Oh, jeepers. Okay.
Oh,
well, that's the...
Yeah.
If the screen froze because we had a low battery warning, and I guess that's time to say goodbye.
Oh, you took root.
Yeah, then everything came blah, 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 right?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what it looked like here.
Nellie Higgins said, "Sally, I was trying to make you laugh when you had said no spices on your steak. I said, Sally's spicy enough." Okay.
Ain't that the truth? But we're going to have to go because I just got a low battery warning, and I will never get to say goodbye. It'll just cut off in the middle of this conversation. So listen. Renee, I love Lambert. Go ahead. If you guys have not yet, definitely email me at mrsgarthby@gmail.com down below for the link next week. I'll probably also email a chain, like an email newsletter, sort of. Not a newsletter, but it'll be a mass email. I'll also tell you about what time we're planning on doing it, and if we have any during the week that you can join. Again, we're just going to be kind to each other. Not going to see that fodder on the internet anymore. We're not going to worry about it. We're not going to get dragged into it or drag each other into it either, okay? Because listen, you're loved. I love you. And if nobody's told you today that you're loved, you can always come by and hear how much I love you, because I love you guys very, very much.
No, you stay where you are. You stay where you are.
Jelly beans. And as always, you guys take care. God bless. And we'll see you next time. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.